President to discuss European security this afternoon. He's also hailing the new jobs report.
U.S. employers added 678,000 jobs in February as COVID restrictions began to ease. This beat analyst expectations by a lot. President Biden said in a statement these numbers show his economic plans are working. The numbers bring the unemployment rate down to 3.8%.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. The president, though, still highlighting continued inflation concern. America's listening to Fox News.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the course keeps changing right before your eyes. And in order to maneuver it, you need an expert by your side. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PC and tech solutions you need to help you get out in front and stay ahead of the game. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Hi, my name's Joe Cordell. Sometimes in divorce, courts require the higher earner to pay to the other party what's called spousal support or alimony. Usually this order can be modified in certain circumstances, but such modifications are often complicated and are best entrusted to attorneys that are well acquainted with such matters. At Cordell & Cordell, that's our business. Remember, you're not alone.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood Parkway, Suite 310, Chesterfield, Missouri, 63017. Cordell.
Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling weather with Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Let's look for an increase in clouds this afternoon, though there'll continue to be some sunshine. Warm it up to 65. Lots of clouds tonight, 52. All about spring on Saturday. Partly sunny, windy and warm, 75. Scattered showers and thunderstorms Saturday night. Sunday, partly sunny, maybe a spotty shower, but lots of dry time, 62. An even better chance of rain and thunderstorms, some strong to severe on Sunday night. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
It's happening right here, right now.
Russian President Vladimir Putin announced that he's declared war on Ukraine, saying he has authorized the start of a, quote, special military operation.
And I think you're going to see NATO bring that NATO response force right up to the borders of the alliance.
Everybody's kind of looking to President Biden and said, okay, where are you going to go? Because they will all queue off him.
Where St. Louis comes to talk.
There is no purgatory for war criminals. They go straight to hell.
97.1 FM Talk.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon for FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the Chicago Bulls, and they're giving all new customers in Illinois a $100 sign-up bonus. That's right, Illinois. This is your chance to score big with FanDuel. Create your FanDuel account online today using the promo code MARK, and on March 5th, you'll start playing with $100 in site credit. Then you can see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook app. Don't want to wait to start betting? Well, you can verify your account online today at FanDuel Sportsbook and Horse Racing in Collinsville. So that's two ways to get your $100 Illinois sign-up bonus exclusively on FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the Chicago Bulls. But remember to use the promo code MARK, M-A-R-K, MARK, so they know that I sent you. Get signed up with FanDuel today. Must be 21 plus and present in Illinois. Bonus issued in non-withdrawable site credit that expires 7 days after 3/5/22. Unique user identity verification required. Offer ends on 3/5/22. Terms apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 97.1 FM Talk.
Mark Cox here. Join me and Thomas Helbig of the Retirement Advisory Group for the next Protecting Your Retirement educational event. We'll be joined by Annie Frey and Mark Reardon Tuesday, March 22nd at the Frontenac Hilton at 6:30. There's limited seating, so go online to retirementkey.com. Here's Thomas with more.
Did you know there are innovative financial tools that allow you to participate in the market growth and still protect you from losses? Are you concerned how all the market volatility is affecting your retirement accounts? Did you know if you're 59 and a half or older, you can roll over your 401k or company plan tax-free to protect your nest egg from losses and still generate more income than most investment options? You'll get all the answers and more. If you're 59 or older, you don't want to miss this event.
Protect that retirement nest egg and join the official financial advisor of my show, Thomas Helbig, Tuesday, March 22nd at the Frontenac Hilton at 6:30. Call 314-993-9494 or online at retirementkey.com. That's retirementkey.com.
Let's start off the new year with a new coat of paint. It's Mark Reardon for CertaPro Painters, and let's make 2022 the year you transform your home with some new colors and expert professional painting. CertaPro can make it happen, and the quality of the work will blow you away. One of my favorite parts of hiring CertaPro is I don't have to do the work myself. These are professional painters, and they can help you bring your vision of color to life. Schedule your free estimate today at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. CertaPro Painters.
Worried about what you're breathing in? With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
Download the Odyssey app to listen to 97.1 FM Talk and find content that moves you. Anytime, anywhere. The Odyssey app for 97.1 FM Talk on the go. This hour of the Annie Fry Show is sponsored by The Loading Dock, Riverviews, outdoor dining, live music, and overnight accommodations. Visit GraftonLoadingDock.com.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
Right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
I think we have to remember that allies have provided support to Ukraine for many years, and now they're stepping up different types of Ukraine of support, and this is crucial in this critical time for Ukraine. On a no-fly zone, it was mentioned at the same time. Allies agree that we should not have NATO planes operating over Ukrainian airspace or NATO troops on Ukrainian territory.
NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg saying that the no-fly zone, which if you have been watching the coverage of this, every person from Ukraine is saying, we need a no-fly zone in our airspace. That's what they're all asking for. I watched yesterday coverage of this with multiple interviews. Shannon Bream, I saw her do it. Martha McCallum. I'm trying to think who else I watched live talking to these, a lot of times women who are hunkered down in Ukraine, and these Fox News anchors just say, our prayers are with you. And they say, we need more than prayers. We need no fly zone. That's what they're asking. It's what they want. And NATO is saying no. Now, if you didn't hear already, Lindsey Graham said yesterday, Lindsey Graham suggested that somebody in Russia assassinate Putin. Whoa! It seems like we're really treading on thin ice, making sure that we help Ukraine as much as we can without Russia being able to say, point and go, that's an act of war. And then now we're in World War III. Senator saying, what would be great is if somebody would, from the inside, take Putin out. Let's see if I can.
I've heard him double and triple down on that.
Yeah, he's not backing away.
Yeah, I mean, he was on Kilmeade right before this show saying that. I was like, holy cow.
Well, Jack Posobiec, who is the editor of Human Events, he also has a podcast that's out every day. He's going to be with us in about 15 minutes to talk about this. And also, he served, he spent significant time in China. He knows a lot about China, and he follows these events on a minute-by-minute basis. And I want to talk with Jack specifically about the China portion of this whole conflict, because China is a significant portion of this whole conflict. And if we're not paying attention to China right now, my assessment, which is totally amateur and inexperienced because I'm just sitting here soaking in as much information as I can and trying to put two and two together, which is probably a dangerous thing, which is why we have experts on to talk to you about this stuff, is that if China is not a part of the conversation right now, shortly they will be. So Jack Posobiec is going to break down for us in about 15 minutes how he believes that China fits into this situation and how America should react. And as somebody who has served and somebody who has been in that neighborhood of the globe, I think he might have an interesting perspective. It seems like the upbeat nature of the coverage of this. I don't know, Brad, how much you're taking in outside of here, but we take in a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The upbeat nature behind, Ukraine, you go get them. This is what maybe Biden was talking to Ukraine.
Maybe.
I don't know. It seems like people are having a little bit more trepidation about the situation over there right now because Russia's being able to advance.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am too. But like the thing is that we need to remember at the beginning of all of this, how large of an army Russia has compared to Ukraine's army. And it's not a question of if Russia can do it. It's just how long it's going to take them to do it. And so when you're watching this, what you're seeing is a Russian army basically grinding down the Ukrainian defenses. It's cooling off. I'm not seeing as many videos of blown up Russian armor, vehicles trapped on the side of the road, drone footage of stuff happening from the Ukrainian point of view. It just seems like all the momentum that was there, like that initial stand, is just slowly starting to get worn down.
Russia has limited resources, though.
They do.
So I have to assume, again, we do know what happens when you assume, and this would not be the first time I made a tail end out of myself. But I would assume that the more of a fight that Ukraine puts up, it would exponentially give them more time in the future to fight back, because it doesn't seem to me like if Russia is to succeed in continuing to advance, that the only way they're going to take Ukraine and make it a comfortable place for Russians to live is if they kill all the Ukrainians. Because there's always going to be, like, Ukrainians are not going to go, yeah, okay, we'll fly the Russian flag. Every day that passes, they're going to be more staunchly rooted in, heck no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, they're going to harbor some serious, like, even if they are taken over, they're going to harbor some serious resentment for that. I mean, put yourself in that situation. If somebody rolled up into your country and took over your country and was waving their flags over your capital, over your cities, over your towns, telling you what you would do, how would you feel toward them? You're not just going to roll over and give into it. Everything is going to be dragging your feet and fighting that. And the more, I guess, rowdy group of them, that's where your insurgency is going to come from. And that's what Russia would be dealing with, I think, if they took over all of Ukraine, is just an insurgency of Ukrainian people who don't want to be ruled over.
Yeah. It's something frightening to look at. And, I'm telling you from my completely and totally naive position, I feel like America should be able to help here. We should go in and take care of business and put everything back in place. But it is not that simple. And the cost that you are paying in order to do that at this point is way too high a cost to pay. What audio did you send me or did I send you? It was about and I asked you if you were okay with what you thought about a no-fly zone.
Oh, I sent that. That was that one that you played at the top of the show.
About the no-fly zone?
Yep.
I said, are you for a no-fly zone? And you were like,
no,
absolutely.
No, that's a terrible idea, because a no-fly zone has to be enforced, right? A no-fly zone that isn't enforced is just like, hey, don't you fly here. And if Russians fly there and you don't go in and engage them in air-to-air combat.
Yeah, it is either is a no-fly zone or it's not.
Right. And it would necessarily require either U.S. or NATO forces shooting down Russian military forces, which is open war. And that would lead to war with Russia. They're not just going to take it if we do that.
Odds. Are we going to war with Russia anyway?
At this point, I'm still saying no. But it does, like, something has to happen, because if he keeps marching, if he pushes into a NATO country, then I absolutely believe that we should, because at some point you've got to draw the hard line, right? I feel like, I don't know, maybe this is how they felt at the beginning of World War II when Hitler was taking stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I keep saying to myself, what were they doing in 39 or whatever?
This is Neville Chamberlain flapping that thing where he's like, we gave the Sudetenland to Germany and now he's happy. And then guess what? He wasn't happy and he took more and he took more and he took more. And then you're fighting a war.
I don't see I don't see how Putin is going to take the sum total of Ukraine and then put his feet up and go, that was good. And then just be happy.
I don't and the argument that he has put forth that it's like, and I've heard other people say this, is they didn't want NATO that close to Russia. Well, he's not putting NATO close to Russia. Now he's putting Russia close to NATO.
Yes, 100%. Yesterday, do you ever look? You're not a Facebook. I mean, you're on it, but you don't use it.
Not really. Yeah.
I love Facebook memories. Being able to go back and see like over the course of the time that I was on Facebook, because honestly, it just shows me pictures of my babies and it makes me go every day, oh. But anyway, this yesterday, March 3rd, 2014, this is what I put on Facebook. Russia gives Ukraine forces in Crimea a 5 a.m. local time, 9 p.m. Central deadline to surrender or, quote, face military storm. In 2013, Russia, China, and Iran all supported Syria. I see this going nowhere good very quickly. I woke up in a warm bed this morning, grateful for the country we are living in. That is 8 years to the day yesterday that this same stuff was going on. Listen to this cut. This I saw yesterday, I heard yesterday. And I mean, like, this is a fresh cut from Jen Psaki on CNN.
You know, I was at the State Department. The president was the vice president the last time Russia invaded Ukraine. This is a pattern of horror from President Putin and from the cronies around him.
You don't say, Jen Psaki. The last time this happened, your administration was in office, and it's happening now. And for 4 years, was there peace? I mean, for the time Trump was in office, people stayed within their own playpens. And we didn't have this kind of situation. But I mean, when you really think about it, the amount of time that Vladimir Putin has been amassing this situation, it's been taking months.
Oh, yeah.
We've been knowing that this is coming for a while. And because it was put into motion months ago, which means the plan didn't start the day things were put in motion. The planning took how much time before that? And where does that sync up with election day? Biden's going to be the president? Let's go. I mean, I don't. Jen Psaki is the one who's saying there is a pattern here. Yes, there is. You are part of the consistency of this pattern. My kindergartner, I didn't learn this. And if I learned this in kindergarten, they didn't call it that. You ever like come across things? You're married to a teacher, so like education standards change. And in a lot of ways, you're learning the same things, but they have maybe a more organized way. I don't know.
Okay.
We all made it. But we'll be moving through life, and my kindergarten will go, oh, that's an A-B pattern. And I'm like, huh? And that just means that they're like, it's blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. That's A-B, A-B, A-B. My daughter would say that this is an A-B pattern. you get the Democrats, you get the Biden in office, Russia feels emboldened. Biden's in office, Russia's emboldened. A-B, A-B. I can't argue with Jen Psaki. She's right. Just threw up in my mouth.
Look, she's right, but not in the way that she thought she was right.
Yes,
it's kind of the same way when
sometimes that happens.
Kamala Harris, you get what you order. She's right, just not in the way she thought she was right.
That's one of my favorite clips. I mean, Kamala Harris is hard to listen to, but we got to go back here. This is from her Black History Month speech.
Because as we all know, elections matter. And when folks vote, they order what they want. And in this case, they got what they asked for.
Slow clap.
I went off script a little bit.
People are like, I don't think this is a good thing. Go back on script. Get back on the script.
Man,
when people vote, they get what they ask for. I hope they learn their lesson. I hope that they have seen the light. A-B patterns, people. That's what it is. The kindergartners know it. We know it. It's time to call it out. I want you to find an A-B pattern today. Think of my kindergartner and then tell somebody it's an A-B pattern and just walk away. Let it be there. 12:20 right now. Donate your car to Goodwill. Get 2022 Cardinal tickets at mersgoodwill.org. Use promo code Cardinals. Jack Posobiec on the China contingency in this whole mess when we come back. Don't go away.
I'm Evan, and I'm 4, and I love Mommy so.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
History looks back on times like this. Where do you stand? 97.1 FM Talk is here to spotlight what would otherwise be left in the dark. Right here, right now. 97.1 FM Talk.
Hi, Jason Bauman here with Three Rivers Waterproofing. It's that time of year where hydrostatic pressure will occur. Water will come in at the floor and the wall joint, or you may have a crack that's starting to leak. We offer free estimates and a lifetime warranty to be able to dry that thing up. The warranty is transferable to the next homeowner at no charge. Please give us a call at 636-287-2098 or find us on the web at threeriverswaterproofing.com. Three Rivers Waterproofing, where we specialize in wet cracks.
Feeling the pinch of higher prices?
Golden Oak Lending can save you money with their low 2.25% rate.
James Hawkins here, president of Golden Oak. Offset high prices with lower monthly payments or turn your home equity into cash.
Lock in this low rate while you can. Call 314-567-GOLD today.
Golden Oak Landing, join my blue.
NMLS 114937, 2.25% fixed, 3.336% APR, FHA 15-year mortgage with 20% equity and approved credit.
Hi, it's Michael Mohan at Community Mortgage. As we go into a new year, it is a great time to get started on a new home loan. If you've been thinking about a cash-out refinance to pay off debt or update your home, act now while equity is at an all-time high and interest rates are still at historic lows. Maybe it's the year that you're going to reduce your term or get rid of the dreaded PMI. Perhaps this is the year that you buy a new home. Call me now so you can shop with confidence. When you call, there will be no gimmicks or sales pitch, just straightforward, upfront information on refinancing and home buying options. So call me today, 314-336-6050, 314-336-6050, or online at communitymortgagestl.com.
Community Mortgage LLC, 224-143, NMLS 250353.
Rhino Shield is far superior to even the best traditional exterior house paint. Rhino Shield is 8 to 10 times thicker than paint and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty. Rhino Shield is the only ceramic coating company that has been chosen by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where every episode is concentrated on unpainted brick, bonds and seals to stucco, wood, hardy, block, color lock, masonite, and more. No better product for those steel aluminum-sided homes that have become, chalky and tired looking. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. After 15 years, we've got a great reputation and a superior product. As long as it's affordable, why wouldn't you do it? Before you make the costly mistake of painting with traditional paint, you'd be best served to call Rhino Shield today. We are the experts and our evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. Tell them, ladies.
No pain, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Doing any kind of electric work is dangerous. That's why you should leave it to the professionals of Reinhold Electric. And they serve St. Louis, St. Charles. If you've got work down at the Lake of the Ozarks or southwestern Illinois, Reinhold Electric is who you want to get a hold of. They answer the phone 24 hours a day. So if it's a plan change or it's an emergency, get a hold of Reinhold Electric. Their number 314-631-1158, 631-1158 or ReinholdElectric.com. Tell them Bo sent you to Reinhold Electric.
My life has passed me by.
The Annie Fry Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
One way in the eyes of the passerby. I look around for another try and fade away.
What's happened is that Putin looks at Biden, he sized him up, he thinks he can get away with it,
And he's going to keep going and going and going, and nobody in the West is going to stop him. How does this end? Somebody in Russia has to step up to the plate. Is there Brutus in Russia? Is there a more successful Colonel Stauffenberg in the Russian military? The only way this ends, my friend, is for somebody in Russia to take this guy out. You would be doing your country a great service and the world a great service.
Alrighty, Lindsey Graham. I see what you're saying there. Makes me kind of wonder if that's a sane position right now at this point in time. Here's more from Lindsey Graham.
So at the end of the day, Brian, how does this end? We're not going in on the ground in the Ukraine. You know, if he attacks a NATO nation, we'll have World War III. I don't think he'll do that. The way this will end is when he gets charged with a war crime, Putin and his cronies, and one day we nab him when he leaves Russia. But the best way for this to end is have an Elliot Ness, a White Earp in Russia, the Russian Spring, so to speak, where people rise up and take him down, because if he continues to be their leader, then he's going to make you complicit with war crimes. You're a good people. You'll never have a future. You'll be isolated from the world, and you'll live in abject poverty. So I'm hoping somebody in Russia will understand that he's destroying Russia, and you need to take this guy out by any means possible.
Is he in charge of our foreign policy? I mean, only on John Hannity's show.
Sure hope not.
Let's get to our guest. Jack Posobiec joins us now. You know him. You listen to his podcast with Human Events. Jack, welcome back to the show. Great to have you here.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on today.
Lindsey Graham's comments, you've heard them. You've commented on them. Your reaction to them?
Well, I think it's extremely reckless. And not only is he putting the people of Russia on the line while trying to provoke Vladimir Putin, he's also playing games and risking the lives of 35 million Americans, or 30 or 50 million Americans, I should say, because he is essentially threatening the leader of a nuclear country with assassination. Not only is, strategically, is it completely insane to say something like that, but at a time like this, when we are already in the middle, or, we're dangerously close to the edge of a hot war with Russia. I mean, it seems like you have these people that are actually frothing to go into that shooting war with Russia, which is something that, thank God, was prevented during the entire Cold War and all of the warfare that we did see. I mean, Russia invaded countries during the Cold War, so did the United States, so we never got into a direct hot war with Russia, and there was a very good reason for that.
We're speaking with Jack Posobiec, host of Human Events Daily. Go check that podcast out and subscribe to it. I'm going to read to you a message that we got here on our Facebook page, because I think that this is something that a lot of people are feeling, but we don't have the military expertise that, the decision makers have, or that someone like you who has experience in that region of the world and understands a lot of these militaristic situations much better than somebody like civilian like I do. This is what Bill says. I'm just going to say this because I feel so let down by the world. Why are we allowing this to happen to Ukraine? Where is our humanity? All you people full of fear of World War III, if we create a no-fly zone, what do you think the end game will be? What do you say to this person who, like me, I don't have answers. I see what's going on in Ukraine. It is breaking my heart, but I don't know that I would want to sacrifice American blood for that situation.
So the phrase no-fly zone is actually kind of a misnomer, right? Because when we say no-fly zone, we mean denial of airspace to enemy or adversary assets and air assets. So essentially what that means then would be that, so we declare a no-fly zone here and just game it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Russia, of course, would not respect that because they're conducting air operations over Ukraine. So they would fly into our no-fly zone, which means that U.S. planes would then give authorization to, as I just said, get into a shooting hot war with Russia and actually engage in dogfights and missile targeting with Russian flights, Top Gun kind of stuff. Then also, it would give, to enforce a no-fly zone, you have to take out anti-air defenses. So any anti-air defenses, surface air missiles that Russia has, or AAA, any types of artillery, would then be targeted also by U.S. forces. So it's a complete misnomer. It's essentially a shoot down and a declaration of war on Russia.
We're speaking with Jack Posobiec right now. You have spent time in China. You pay a lot of attention to what China is doing on a regular basis. But China does not have the main stage in this conversation right now between Russia and Ukraine, but there probably is a pretty big play that exists there. How are you focusing on China's relationship with Russia, with Vladimir Putin, and potentially what happens next?
Well, I think it's pretty clear, and that everybody kind of gets that Russia understands that their biggest risk in all of this is facing not only the crippling currency and financial sanctions, but really being kicked out of the SWIFT system. And that's the U.S. dollar-based financial system that regulates and facilitates world transactions. But if they're kicked off of that, then they're banking on the fact that they will be able to continue to do business with China via their One Belt, One Road and various other systems that China has set up. So if I'm the president of the United States right now, you've got to look at this in three dimensions. Yes, obviously we want to stop the fighting immediately with Russia, but at the same way, escalating our war of words with them is one angle. Why not take some escalation in terms of economic leverage, use that on China as a way of putting pressure from the other side, the pincer movement, on Russia from the back end to say, look, we are going to cut you guys off as well. And because remember, China needs us as much as we need them, at least in terms of our manufacturing right now. So we are their market. We are China's biggest customer. We're their biggest client. We hold a lot of cards when it comes to that relationship. But as you've seen, the United States government isn't even willing to have the discussion.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because, President Biden gave his State of the Union speech on Tuesday. He said a lot of things. I didn't walk away feeling like there was any major, that he took any major swing at any of the things that are going out there. Didn't talk a lot about what has transpired in his first year of his presidency, because there's not a whole lot to brag about. But he has a crisis every time he turns around, and they're all magnificently sized crises. And this Russia-Ukraine situation seems to be the biggest of it. I don't feel like he appears to be leading in this charge. I don't know if America needs to be the one who's out in front. It's kind of what I'm used to. I'm curious of your thoughts on Europe's response, where America falls into the leadership of this, and how the administration is handling it.
Well, I think clearly, I'm in the side of two camps, right, where I'm vehemently against America escalating this into a World War III scenario using any of the, kind of permutations or strategies that I just outlined. But at the same time, I mean, how can you not see this heartbreaking footage coming out of Ukraine, the families, the children fleeing for their lives, people being killed, people being injured. I'm Polish by way of background. I'm very proud that so many Polish people have stepped up and they're bringing Ukrainians even to their own homes. But of course, we want to try to find ways to stop this war as fast as possible, whatever it takes, and whatever kind of ceasefire agreement that takes. But what's crazy to me is that you don't hear that coming out of the White House. You hear escalation, you hear escalatory talk of NATO getting involved. I don't hear those words, ceasefire, coming out of anybody in the administration.
Is it because they haven't thought of it? Are they not brave enough to? Can they not back it up?
Well, I think it's because when it comes to this administration, this is the footing that they want. I mean, you heard Lindsey Graham out there in the same way you're hearing other people from the White House saying, look, well, we want to escalate these things up. They want to continue shipping weapons in. They want to continue shipping arms to Ukraine. They want Ukraine. It's like they'll fight to the last, Ukrainian. We're not going to put, boots on the ground, but sure, we'll let you fight. I mean, what kind of morality is that?
I just saw, I think, was it Poland? I clicked on, I don't know if you ever get this. I get Fox News alerts and you click on it and then it takes you to the generic page and it drives me crazy. But that they're sending Kamala Harris. Did they say to Poland that she's going to go back over there? What is Kamala Harris going to do?
Right. So there's some reporting coming out that Kamala Harris may be sent to Poland. And I also saw Romania. So obviously two countries that share major borders with Ukraine. Obviously Poland and Romania are both NATO and EU countries, so we have stronger relations with them than we do with Ukraine. But sending Kamala Harris, again, completely sends the wrong message. When they sent her to the Munich Security Conference, remember, President Biden didn't go to Munich to stand with Zelensky. They sent Kamala Harris to that. Why? Because I think they're sending a message to the world that to them, Ukraine is relegated to the back burner, that it is a second-tier thing, and it's only worthy of the attention of the vice president, the same way they ship off everything to her that they don't want to deal with, like the border, like inflation. They're putting all of these things on Kamala Harris to try to trip her up because they know they're going to fail.
All of those things you listed are top tier problems. And if they're back burner for this administration at this point in March of 2022, a midterm election, what is this administration's key issue?
They're desperately trying to do anything they can to make this about anything else. And when you saw, they labeled it a State of the Union speech, but I think that the speech Biden gave earlier this week was a campaign speech. He's trying to make this first against him versus Putin, which doesn't make much sense because he's not actually the one who's going over to Europe. And he could, he really could take up that mantle right now and go to Warsaw and give it a strong step. Boris Johnson just did that, for example. He could go to Romania. He could go to Hungary, go to any of these places. He's not doing that. He's not going to the capitals of Europe to take up that mantle of the leader of the free world. And we're also seeing, by the way, that for half of the speech, he was going after Donald Trump, as if Donald Trump has any role in any of the events we're seeing unfolding right now. No, I think they're chasing their own tail. They have no idea what's going on as the sky is falling around them. And many of these crises are, again, crises of their own disastrous consequences of their own policy.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Jack Posobiec with us right now, a host of Human Events Daily, is a podcast that is a must listen. You should subscribe to it right now. Last question before I let you go, because you pay so much attention and have such a depth of knowledge on these foreign affairs, is, we're negotiating an Iran nuclear deal right now. As I understand it, we're on the side, we're sitting at the negotiation table with Russia on our side. Is that correct? Like what's the stakes right now when you add Iran into the global stage?
Well, so what's kind of crazy to me is, and this is how the current administration is corrupt. They're not, because of all the hypocrisy and doublespeak you see coming out. They say we have to give a deal to Iran, or else Iran might become hostile and attain nuclear weapons. Okay, well, why wouldn't you apply that policy to Russia? We have to make a deal with Russia, or else Russia might go hostile and invade Ukraine. You didn't do that. You escalated tensions with Russia while you're trying to de-escalate tensions with Iran at the same time, but you're using two completely different sets of logic for this. Obviously, I can see why we wouldn't want to escalate tensions with anybody, but at the same time, it should be a carrot and stick approach, but you have to use those logically and in a sense where they didn't even attempt to hold one actual diplomatic negotiation session with Russia.
Well, okay, so I come up with one more question before I let you go. But when Ukraine agreed to give up their nuclear weapons, if they're not going to get more aid from the world to protect themselves from Russia, if we were to try to talk another country out of giving up their nukes, is anybody else going to abide by that? I mean, it seems like the United States owed some assistance to Ukraine, but like way back when. It's too late now.
Well, I think there's a lot of truth to that. And I think we've seen the role of nuclear weapons being kind of put on the table and being talked about in this scenario. Obviously, in the 1990s, different situation. I mean, those were nuclear weapons from the Soviet program. And so Russia felt a strong ownership over them, the same way that Russia didn't give over their Sevastopol naval base there in Crimea on the Black Sea. So I say my worry is that if Ukraine hadn't made that agreement back in the 90s, you could have seen this invasion back then.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why we have you on. You're the expert. Jack, thank you for your time today. I want to encourage everyone to check out your great podcast, Human Events Daily. You are as plugged in as anybody in Washington, D.C., and we're grateful for your time today.
God bless, Annie. Thanks so much.
Yep, you as well. Jack Posobiec. Follow him on Twitter as well, at Jack Posobiec. He tweets, like, people think that I tweet a lot or around the clock. I think he's got me beat. Probably.
Easily.
That's a compliment and not at the same time. Sometimes there's a lot on my mind and I'm putting it out there, but like all of his, well, I would say 3 out of 4 of his tweets, maybe 9 out of 10 of his tweets are substantive, but the funny ones are funny.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's a good follow.
Great follow.
At Jack Posobiec on Twitter, Human Events Daily. He's the host of that podcast and he's a friend of the show. Let's take a quick break. Weekends America when we come back. And then we got an open show. It's going to be a Friday here on the Annie Frey Show, like a Friday. And we are inviting you to participate along. Please consider joining us. You're probably out running around at lunch right now. It's a beautiful day outside once again. When you get back to your office, if you get back home after lunch, pop the Annie Frey Show up on your YouTube channel, on your TV, and watch and participate with us there in the live chat. And if you're going to drive around and you want to take us on the Odyssey app, you can do that as well. Just find 97.1 FM Talk, and we will be streaming live. Stick around, Weekends America, in a minute.
This is the Annie Frey Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
The Mark Reardon Show. Let's start with former Senator Jim Talent.
There's some reason to believe that maybe the momentum of the invasion is slowing, although, I don't think anybody should get their hopes up.
Weekdays from 3 to 6 on 97.1 FM Talk.
Lakeside Renovation and Design.com, just add the .com when you go to the website, and you can see the beautiful projects that they have put into place all across the bi-state region. I really enjoy the people at Lakeside. This is a family-run business and a very successful one at that. And I've talked to the people who work at Lakeside. I've talked to the people who run Lakeside. And it's kind of a destination place for people even to work. Well, what does that have to do with you wanting to put an addition on your house or finish your basement or get those windows replaced? Because it's a testament to the kind of people that they are. And when I tell you that they give you, amazing lifetime warranties on the work that they do in your house, you can trust it. Because they are good people, and doing business with good people to me is what it's all about, especially when it's local, when you get to work with local people and support them. That's how we make the world go round here in this country. And it's what makes us great. If you're looking for window replacements, I would just want to remind you real quick, they are exclusive to Infinity from Marvin Fiberglass Windows. So if you're looking for that for your house, look no further than Lakeside Renovation and Design. Call them at 636-978-5000. Visit them online at lakesidrenovationanddesign.com.
This is a great time of the year to upgrade the energy efficiency in your home with my friends at Window World. Mark Cox here to tell you more about my experience with Window World. They replaced a couple of windows at my house. They were just panes of glass. We wanted to be able to get some airflow into the master bathroom. They came out, they gave us a free estimate, and then had the windows at seams installed in no time. Very professional, lifetime warranty I get, and you get an extra double strength glass on their replacement windows that's not common. So you're getting a great price, simply the best for less. They do front entry doors, rear entry doors if you're looking to replace that back door or sliding glass door in your home. They've got a great selection at Window World. They're also right now offering 18 months, same as cash financing, of course, with approved credit. The preferred window of the St. Louis Blues, 314-993-1800. windowworld.com.
Looking to sell your house without all the hassle and pricey repair costs? Great, because Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis loves buying fix-up homes in any condition, as is, no fees and no commissions. Call 314-782-8000, and Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis will give you a cash offer right now. No strings attached. We buy inherited houses, divorce houses, trashed houses, even those my tenant won't pay rent houses. Call Chris at 314-782-8000 and find out how easy it is to work with us. That's 314-782-8000. Do you think your home will be difficult to sell? Easy. Our team will provide you with personal guidance through our short and simple process to turn your house into a pile of gold. Just call Chris at 314-782-8000. 314-782-8000. That's 314-782-8000. And let Chris worry about everything.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling Studio. Get in your comfort zone with a new heating system this winter. You could get 0% financing for up to 72 months on qualifying new HVAC systems. For free details and a free estimate, visit aircomfortservice.com.
Bringing you up-to-the-minute traffic like nobody else. Sue Thomas and dependable traffic, driven by Ambassador Midwest Floor Company. The best way to deal with in-home traffic. Experience more at Ambassador Midwest Floor.
This is the Annie Frey Show. Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Frey Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. Happy that you're here. It's Friday, and I am feeling good about it being a Friday. How about you? Are you happy that it's Friday? Does it feel like?
Yeah, it's time. It's time for Friday.
It's weather. The weather makes me like I've been looking outside, longing. I mean, literally, I was just looking outside, looking at the sky, and I told the boys in here, I go, "This is what the Florida sky looks like before the sun comes up in the morning. It looks like this, and then the sun burns off all the clouds, and then it's as blue as can be." And Brad says, "Are you thinking about Disney again?" I'm like, "Just Florida, just in general."
We need to put a green screen outside that window and make it look like the beach for you.
I don't even go to the beach.
You don't, do you?
I go to Central Florida.
You only care about Middle Florida.
I don't even need to like go. If you've been to Disney, you know that they're like, it's kind of questionable now because quality has gone down a little bit because of COVID, but it's just they just do everything top notch. So you can go spend time at the resorts and just stay at the resorts and have a very relaxing vacation. I could do that right now.
Good for you.
I'm trying really hard to figure out how we can have a purposeful remote at Disney. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh man, CPAC was just there.
I know it was
what
the
are we
perfect
thinking?
time. If I would have known ahead of time that was the case, I might have tried to make something happen.
As long as
so
you
on board with that.
Yeah, as long as it's a we and not a you, then we're all gonna push for it.
What if I can only take 2 people with me?
You got 2 right here.
I do.
But you're talking about your family, aren't you?
No.
Oh. Oh, good.
Death match. We just fight it out. Whoever wins gets to go.
I like it.
I think either one of us could take Hannah, right? So
I don't know about that.
Down to you and me, Ryan.
What if I fight on Hannah's side?
I'm not going to fight a girl. So
I wouldn't advise that, Annie. That's a no-fly zone.
What?
Yeah, we're not going to throw haymakers at girls.
Why, you don't want to lose?
No, we
And
don't want
miss?
to punch girls. I'm not going to do it.
Never stopped you before.
Man. Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins.
In Wiggins, America, you can hit women.
No. So wrong.
No? That's not what I heard.
Good thing I don't control the promos here, because if I did,
They have fake news in Wiggins, America, too? Because that's what everybody's saying.
that would be a promo right there. There would be a promo for Wiggins America. And
You
Annie
control
going,
the
"In Wiggins
promos on this
America."
station?
Yes, I do.
Really?
You didn't know that?
Huh.
I'm not going to choose that one, but man, it's tempting because that's a good cut. Real quick before I get to my topic, because I always do this, Jack Posobiec, the dude's the new Matt Drudge. Am I wrong?
No, I don't know.
Well,
Matt Drudge is not the current Matt Drudge.
That's what I mean. That guy used to control the narrative in a way. Now, not that he was the only one, but he would float stuff out there that would cause it to become a news story. That to me is Jack Posobiec now. I think that guy is one of the most influential conservative, certainly, minds in America right now.
He has over 1 million followers on Twitter, and he follows less than 1,000, and this show is one of them.
Yes, which is why I think it's really cool when you have him on.
1.6 million followers.
Yeah. And when he says it, you know it's about to become a story.
He also will sell you a Mike Lindell My Pillow.
Yes, he will. He and a whole bunch of other people will do that.
He I don't know if he does this or if he has people, but he created a Mike Lindell My Pillow ad out of the State of the Union where Kamala Harris was like leaning back with her eyes closed, and he just photoshopped a pillow behind it, and then he puts his Posobiec promo code behind it and uses it as an ad. It's funny.
No, I did not see that.
It's hilarious.
But when he said that about Kamala, it struck a chord, because anytime something's going poorly and the administration wants to distance itself from it, they put Kamala in charge of it. Is that what they're doing with Ukraine right now? That says a lot. That says that this thing's going to go south.
Kamala Harris is batting 1,000 at being worthless.
Yes, that's a double negative, I think, but yes.
Just walk slowly with me and I'll say it again if you need me to.
I think you could just say she's batting a clean 0 and it would be the same thing.
Not if the goal is being worthless.
The goal is being worthless.
Or I could say it the way I said it, which makes sense. It just was over your head.
You're right,
I
though.
even said it slowly.
I mean, they put her in charge of something when they know it's an albatross. And she knows it. And I think that's why they hate each other.
It sucks to be the president of the United States and not want to take on the big issues. And be like,
yes.
what do we do with this? Get the vice president in here. We'll give it to her.
It's like, why do you want to be the president of the United States if you're not going to take on the big issues?
There's no big issues that they're taking on. They're only making big issues that they think that they can win at, and they're not, which is how you have the State of the Union saying, fund the police. And everyone's going, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. We think you mean it.
What's the trick?
Yeah. Topically, just really quick to hit on, I discovered this article.
I always talking about hitting on people.
Floating.
Gosh. It's Wiggins America.
and listen, it's a woman too. It's about a woman. It's about Nancy Pelosi.
Guys, he's not even subtle.
She has disclosed her husband's new batch of investments.
How do you feel? Does it make you angry?
Man, it just it puts me fists up. That's the way I feel about it.
Well, take those fists, put them up, put them together like a clamshell,
and shimmy,
and do a little shimmy.
Take these fists,
dip,
put
dip,
them
dip,
into
dip,
flowers.
dip, 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 dip. Why hasn't that happened yet, Internet? Come on,
Ain't
free
nobody
ideas.
worry about me. I'm making $2.9 million worth of investments on Apple, Disney, PayPal, and Amex. That's the story.
Me too.
Are you?
No. I'm spending money there. I just bought a MacBook because my other one crapped out, and I'm thinking about going to Disney.
That is Nancy Pelosi. They just had to disclose almost $3 million worth of investments on those 4 companies. And the reason that this is a topic right now is because Congress is openly debating limiting the amount or even ability at all of Congress to buy and sell stocks. Good idea or bad idea?
I feel like it's a good idea, but I feel like somebody could talk me into thinking it's a bad idea.
I'm the same way.
Term limits is the same thing. Like if you really like your person and everybody wants to, rally behind, if you've got 75% of a district voting to put somebody back in, why take that away from people?
Yeah. This is that kind of issue because I think we all would agree there is an abuse of power happening right here. We saw it very, very much. It's always happened.
Just because people abuse it doesn't mean the system as a whole is bad. It means the abuse is bad, and that needs to be addressed for sure.
Right. And the question being, how do you fix it? Because do you just say, well, no more stock trading for any member of Congress? That seems a little bit extreme to me. But if that solves it, that solves it. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. There's a Stock Act right now, and STOCK stands for something. It's called the Stock Act. Lawmakers must disclose their transactions.
You just spell all the words, the big ones.
Well, it's an acronym. Stock Act,
big words.
ACT. Just in case.
Did you do that for the women?
For all the women who are listening to me right now.
I just want you to say something stupid.
Under the Stock Act, that's spelled THE.
That's
the or the either way,
the biblical
THE. They have to disclose their purchases within 45 days. So they made these purchases in January. They wait the maximum to disclose that. One way I think you could maybe fix this without taking away their right to trade stocks is by making them immediately disclose.
Let me trade their stocks.
That's one way.
That's one
Yeah, based on my investments, that would take away their ability to trade stocks.
And they'd be poor, like me.
Yes, it would. But they get 45 days of grace to even disclose these things.
Mike just said on YouTube, President Trump is back on Twitter.
No.
Stop the
Mike,
presses.
stop. Why would he do that? He just launched Truth Social. That makes no sense.
I don't care why he would do it. I don't believe it.
I'll believe it when I see it. He's undermining his own stock price, speaking of stocks.
Also, I wanted to add in here that Gary on YouTube said Harris is 100% failure. And I thought you should criticize him for saying she's not a 0% success. Do you want to go in on Gary too?
I don't know what that means. Gary. Don't know what that means, though. I can spell the name. Did he just say the opposite of what you said backwards?
He said Harris. What? Shut up. Man, women don't understand Wiggins America, but it's not like what you think.
No, not at all.
Gary said Harris is a 100% failure.
Agreed.
Mhm.
We were using batting averages, though, not percentages.
I'm just saying that you corrected me. You should correct Gary also and say, no, Harris is a 0% success.
What is happening? I think I agree with all of these things.
This is an A-B pattern right here.
What?
Annie
love
says
it.
something and you take the contrarian point of view, and then Annie says something.
Yes! This show is over now. It can't get better than this moment. Bye. I'm going to Friday.
This is usually what we do for all of the 1 and 2 o'clock hours. Now it's bleeding into the 12 o'clock
You
hour.
didn't listen to the beginning of my show, did you?
I've told you I was listening to Jack Posobiec.
You didn't listen to the beginning of the show.
I
You didn't
listened
listen
to a
my,
little bit
You
of the
didn't listen to
beginning of the
my
show.
segment, did you?
Somewhat. I like Jack Posobiec better than you.
We'll get him on your show.
I will. Jack Posobiec.
Can you spell it? I bet you can't.
Posobiec. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yep.
That's for all the ladies.
AB patterns.
Wow.
I'm just saying, if you know, you know. And this dude over here, he don't know.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Mm-mm.
I do know that this
is
Wiggins
Trump
America
back on
was
Twitter?
overshadowed by Jack Posobiec.
Well, on Fridays, it's my goal to overshadow Wiggins America.
You've done a great job.
There's no way that he's back. I don't believe it. Donald
We'll find out within
just in time to
2
fix
minutes.
the East. We'll make it work.
We will let you know at 1:06 when we come back
will.
on. Stick around. More Annie Fry Show on the way.
You got 8 seconds.
More Annie Fry Show on the way again.
Your radio's not broken. That's just Wiggins. We'll be back.
Come to the enchanted attic. Come to the enchanted attic. Come to the enchanted attic.
Diane, what are you doing?
I'm chanting. Come to the enchanted attic.
But why do you keep saying come to the enchanted attic?
Duh, because it works like magic. Tony, every time I say come to the enchanted attic, people show up at our store.
Well, you can keep chanting if you want to, but I know why people shop at our store.
And I know what you're going to say. It's those healing gemstone mugs you picked out.
Yes.
And our large crystal and stone collection that you picked out.
Yes.
But what about our unique silver and gemstone jewelry?
That you picked out?
Yeah.
Well, it is pretty amazing.
So come to the Enchanted Attic, 304 South Main Street in historic St. Charles, 636-949-9502. Free gift with every purchase. We love this store.
What's your favorite 4-letter word? Chances are you've said it more than a few times dealing with this crazy world we live in. But at Compass Retirement Solutions, our 4-letter word of choice is hope. Hope for a better tomorrow. And hope that your retirement plans don't take a back seat. You've watched inflation soar. And maybe your retirement future feels a little uncertain right now. But all hope is not lost. Find out exactly how much risk you're still taking with your investments. Find out how you may be able to save big on taxes. And find out how having a written retirement plan just might give you the hope you've been looking for. Call today to set up a meeting. 314-373-1598. That's 314-373-1598. Compass Retirement Solutions. 314-373-1598. Firm offers insurance services but does not provide tax advice. Investments and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory firm in Missouri and Illinois. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon for FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the Chicago Bulls, and they're giving all new customers in Illinois a $100 sign-up bonus. That's right, Illinois. This is your chance to score big with FanDuel. Create your FanDuel account online today using the promo code MARK, and on March 5th, you'll start playing with $100 in site credit. Then you can see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook app. Don't want to wait to start betting? Well, you can verify your account online today at FanDuel Sportsbook and Horse Racing in Collinsville. So that's 2 ways to get your $100 Illinois sign-up bonus exclusively on FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the Chicago Bulls. But remember to use the promo code MARK, M-A-R-K, MARK, so they know that I sent you. Get signed up with FanDuel today. Must be 21 plus and present in Illinois. Bonus issued in non-withdrawable site credit that expires 7 days after 3/5/22. Unique user identity verification required. Offer ends on 3/5/22. Terms apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 97.1 FM Talk.
KFTK FM Florissant, driven by the Bomarito Automotive Group, 97.1 FM Talk.
An Odyssey station.
A rebirth of pride. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. That's how President Biden describes manufacturing growth in the U.S., touting the new jobs numbers moments ago as he prepares to host the visiting president of Finland to talk about European security with Russia's war in Ukraine continuing. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says there are broader issues at stake.
The notion that one country can't simply go in and change the borders of another by force or take it over. The principle that one country can't dictate to another the choices that its citizens would make about their future.
He spoke after a NATO meeting in Brussels. Vice President Harris also heading overseas, due in Poland on Monday. A school shooting under investigation in Kansas. Fox's Jeff Manasso has this live.
Lisa, the Olathe Police Department says an administrator and a school resource officer were shot and injured around 10:30 a.m. local time inside the office area of Olathe East High School, southwest of Kansas City.
Our suspect was also shot and injured and taken into custody. We have a stable scene at this point. We have no active threats, no reported injuries to students.
Olathe Police Sergeant Joel Yeldell, the school remains on lockdown, surrounded by first responders. Family reunification sites also being set up off campus. No other details on that suspect or what led to the shooting. Lisa.
Thanks, Jeff. New York City will no longer tell venues to require proof of vaccination.
We have to get our economy back on track.
Mayor Eric Adams says flexibility is needed along with safety. Also on Monday, the city's school mask mandate is lifted for grades K through 12. A second chance for Black retired football players who were denied payments for dementia in the NFL's billion-dollar concussion settlement. Those denials stemming from racial bias in the testing and payout formula. A revised plan finalized today allows many to resubmit their claims. America is listening to Fox News.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you, and to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's St. Louis area attorneys. 600 Kelwood Parkway, Suite 310, Chesterfield, Missouri, 63017. Online at CordellCordell.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling weather with Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Let's look for an increase in clouds this afternoon, though there'll continue to be some sunshine. Warm it up to 65. Lots of clouds tonight, 52. All about spring on Saturday. Partly sunny, windy and warm, 75. Scattered showers and thunderstorms Saturday night. Sunday, partly sunny, maybe a spotty shower, but lots of dry time, 62. An even better chance of rain and thunderstorms, some strong to severe on Sunday night. This is 97.1 FM Talk Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Annie Fry Show.
So in favor of legislation that just is this long.
One page.
One page. What's the bill? What do you want to do with my money? If I can't read it here, no.
That's all I need.
Think about how many things they can sell and do with one screen of information on QVC. What if we had QVC legislation?
Weekdays from noon to 3.
We the people are the supreme entity in this country.
On 97.1 FM Talk.
Thomas Helbig and the Retirement Advisory Group having another one of those educational events. Love going to these because I get to meet you. So I hope that you sign up and get your spot reserved for the one that's coming up later in March. So when you go to this event, you are going to listen to Thomas Helbig. He only talks for like 45 minutes or so and tells you how you can protect your retirement when you're in that stage of life, 55 or older. You're close to retirement and you want to make sure that you are prepared to shift from all of the saving and sacrificing that you've been doing to where you are going to pay yourself back. Make sure that in this crazy world that we live in right now, that you are prepared for anything and that you can engage in that worry-free retirement. So here's what it is. It's March 22nd. That's a Tuesday. You do need to reserve your spot. I'm going to give you the phone number to do that here in just a second. It's Tuesday, March 22nd. It starts at 6:30. I'm going to be there at about 6. And from 6 to 6:30, I'm going to meet you and shake your hand and talk to you and get to know you. And it's at the Frontenac Hilton. Super simple to get to. Wonderful event. 314-993-9494. 314-993-9494. retirementkey.com.
Hey guys, it's the new year. Are you still struggling with erectile dysfunction? I've yet to meet anyone that enjoys timing those intimate moments around a pill. Well, Now you don't have to. The advanced wave technology at Pineview Medical has been shown by Cambridge University and the Cleveland Clinic to restore and even regrow blood vessels. It can improve circulation and eliminate erectile dysfunction. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED, call us in the next 2 minutes and you'll receive a consultation, assessment, and blood flow ultrasound free, plus a special gift that produces immediate results in the bedroom. You're going to love that. Trust me. This is a $600 value, free to callers now. 314-530-7777. That's 314-530-7777. Guys, get rid of your ED and get that spark back. Call Pineview Medical now to qualify. 314-530-7777.
Let's start off a new year with a new coat of paint. This is Mark Reardon for CertaPro Painters, and let's make 2022 the year you transform your home or business with some new colors and expert professional painting. CertaPro can make it happen, and the quality of the work will blow you away. One of my favorite parts of hiring CertaPro is I don't have to do the painting myself. These are professional painters. They can help you bring your vision of color to life. Get started today with a free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. CertaPro Painters.
With Odyssey music stations, there's a different station for every taste, and they're all free. Listen to 97.1 live on your phone or browse the selection of music stations and make a soundtrack to your workday. It's all at Odyssey.com. This hour of the Annie Fry Show is sponsored by The Loading Dock, Riverviews, outdoor dining, live music, and overnight accommodations. Visit GraftonLoadingDock.com.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what you're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. It's Friday, and we are happy that you are here. Thanks for joining us and spending some of your afternoon with us right now. Ryan, on the whole, do you absorb minute by minute what's going on in Ukraine right now?
Yeah, I do.
Has it waned at all for you, wanting your exposure to it, or are you as interested as you were on day one?
No, it's waned. Because when it first happened, we all thought it was going to last 2 days. And therefore, wow, what's happening right now? Now we're a week and a half in and it's still going on. So
yeah, I don't know that I thought it was going to last 2 days, but if Russia came in and did the sweep that we thought could possibly happen, then what happens next? My estimation has always been that this is going to be something that I feel like Putin and Russia is in motion, and it will be in motion until it is stopped. There's going to have to be an equal oppositional force that stops Putin wherever that point chooses to be. It'd be nice if it didn't have to be us. I don't know where that point, if Ukraine is going to be able to do that. And I think that the last thing that this guy is going to do is retreat in any capacity.
Yeah.
I think that is the number one thing we can count on.
Yeah, I mean, his ego is pretty much the driving force behind anything this guy does. I think we asked this question, or I asked you guys this question right at the end of either yesterday's show or the day before, of who wins this war? Well, more and more it's looking like Russia will just whittle them down slowly, which means that forever, as we said before, these sanctions that we're putting in place right now never go away. You create a completely isolated Russia. And that's a weird place to be, because then you're creating partners between Russia and China. And that frightens me more than anything.
Yeah, I don't. People don't like gas prices right now. And yesterday, when we heard Jen Psaki get asked that question about drilling and Keystone Pipeline, and she got real snarky real fast and started asking smart ass questions back to the reporter. You can start drilling right now, and it's however long. If it takes 2 years to get that thing fully operational, we're going to need it in 2 years.
Yes.
Like every day that you postpone this is a day that the United States is going to be suffering the pain of, everyone. Oh my God, I'm so tired of it. I get it. You want to make sure that people don't associate high gas prices with something other than Biden. But I think that this is even more indicative that Biden is screwing this up. And gas prices are going up. I mean, I'm driving by some gas stations in Illinois, and they're going up by 20 and 30 cents a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was going home from the State of the Union, I sent you guys that picture and it said 403, but it had flipped over to Easy Pay. It was 409. It was 419 yesterday when I got home. And I don't know what it's going to be whenever I get home today.
How many gallons? How much is your diesel or regular?
My truck's a regular.
So, how many gallons can you put in it?
I can put $75 in at the gas station down the street, and it doesn't fill it up.
Well, I was just going to say, does it cut off?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're at the cutoff place. I remember being that way when I was driving a Taurus in 2006 or 7, when gas had gone way high up. I mean, I remember it being. I should go back and look at my pictures because I took a picture of how high gas was. And I don't know if it got to $5, but it was very close. And we had a Dodge Dakota V8 that was a gas guzzler at the time.
$5? Where were you?
At that time, Webster Groves.
Oh, no kidding. I don't remember getting to that high. I thought we were at a historic high now.
It was like, I remember 479 for some reason. That sticks out of my brain.
Yeah.
Well, I do remember being in Chicago for some different film things I was doing and thinking, oh my gosh, I've never seen. You love that I just dropped that in.
Why do you drop that in?
Well, because that's the only reason I would ever go to Chicago.
And everybody knows that.
No reason to ever go to Chicago.
Nobody cares why you went to Chicago. They do care about why.
That's not true.
They care about the Chicago
Somebody
story. Well, Ryan does.
I mean, I was hanging out with who? Matt Damon, Julia Roberts, whoever. That part doesn't matter.
I'll take the things that didn't happen for 45.
The part that matters is it was over $4 there, and that's the highest I remember paying for it. And that was probably 2008, right around there. Is my guess? Probably right at the peak of like Matt Damon's career.
Probably not.
No. Okay.
I don't know. You know a lot more about Chicago and Matt Damon than I do.
I mean, we're just off. We're off air buddies. Me and a lot of these people, we text like, "Oh, did you see this? What happened?" Yeah, it's just like little things. We're not good friends, but we're just like text buddies. The Clooneys, the Roberts, the Julia Roberts, that clan. You want me to keep going?
I don't know.
Dakota Fanning.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. No, I want you to stop.
Haley Joel Osment.
No, time to stop.
Creepy. Are you just listing people from The Sixth Sense?
Yeah, next thing you know, Bruce Willis.
Spoiler alert. He was dead. I did not. That's one movie I saw that I did not see that. Like, that movie totally got me. And it was like, oh, I got to go back and watch all the times where I thought he was alive, but he was really dead and I didn't know it. Sixth Sense, guys. If you haven't seen it, you should, but I just gave it away. But it's from like 2000, or maybe the 90s.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, that's not Annie's fault.
Spoiler alert.
That spoiler embargo has been lifted.
Fight Club. Anybody see that end coming?
No, I don't think I did. I think that was a good one.
Yeah.
Can we talk for a second about my accomplishment yesterday? I had over 3,200 emails in my inbox, and last night I got it down to 0.
Okay,
that's impressive.
I went through and deleted all of the asks from a lot of, like, I get emails every day from people who want us to interview their people. I'm trying to see if I have any new ones today. Let's see here. Some of them are like in our lane, and other ones, I don't know where my email address gets on these PR things, but it's like 7 ways to interpret what your cat is trying to tell you. And I'm like, I don't have a cat. I don't particularly like cats. I don't have a problem with your cat. You can like your cat, and that is A-okay. I'm not a cat person, and I don't think that that's the right place for this interview. And then I start thinking it would be really funny to do these interviews on the air and just have it be like our secret that This is not what we do.
Like we ask really serious
Yes.
questions. We're all super invested in
We
it.
take it really seriously. And
Now, what happens when the cat's hair starts falling out in clumps? What's going on with that?
And they're going,
what's the deal with airline peanuts?
Is that a Seinfeld reference?
Yes.
I could tell by the way you said it.
Yeah.
Exactly like
What
Jerry
happens
Seinfeld.
when the cat's hair starts falling out in clumps? Is that healthy for the cat? Who are these people?
I'm looking to see if I have any good ones to read. I deleted them all. I was like going through them last night going, I could have so much fun with this. It's not really my brand. But if it were, if I was having a bad day, I'd be like, Brad, put this person on the show. He's like, you sure?
Are you
okay?
sure that we
You wanna
couldn't
take a
do
day
that
off?
on a Friday at 1:45 at some
Well, I
point?
thought I could let you do it. And then I thought better of it.
I'd play it. I'd play it all the way. No winks.
So many of them are like psychological things.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
really like feely.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I don't have emotions, so I don't think I could do this.
Yes. Yeah. I get a lot for a PR stuff for like some campus that's not even close to here is having such and such speaker to talk about racial divisions in the United States. And I'm like, I don't know what to make. I would maybe do that interview, except that I don't know what angle they're coming at. So I get a lot of those too that I'm like, well, the topic is interesting, but I don't know who these people are. And I kind of want to do it just to see, but then I don't want to waste my time either. The cat ones, would be funny though.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know. I'm not going to read some of these on the air. Maybe it would make the show more interesting than it is right now.
I don't know if you could make it more interesting than this.
Yeah, I did want to point out that the Senate voted on the vaccine mandate 49-47 against the mandate. They voted to undo the mandate. So that's pretty exciting.
Did Biden veto it yet?
No, they just voted on it an hour ago.
So is this the ending the vaccine mandate? Has that already passed the House?
The United States Senate voted to repeal Joe Biden's healthcare vaccine mandate. 49-44, not a Democrat, voted in favor.
And that's just for the federal government, right? That's not because the OSHA thing didn't pass anyway.
The healthcare vaccine mandate.
Oh, healthcare. Okay. Yeah.
And the one that Biden implemented, which is what the Supreme Court permitted when they took off. I mean, the OSHA one was put into play, and Supreme Court said, thank you, A.G. Schmidt, for pushing that and taking that to the Supreme Court. But the healthcare part stood, and now the Senate is saying, we're voting against it. So then it'll go to the House. And regardless, I mean, honestly, they're only 7 votes apart. You could potentially get 7 Democrats right now who are staring down the pike at a midterm election that looks very unsavory for them. And I mean, you could potentially get it undone.
Well, but you'd have to get Biden to sign it, right?
Regardless of, first of all, if the vaccine mandate has been put into play right now, most people have made their choice at this point. So in many cases, it's kind of not ceremonial. I don't know what the word I'm thinking of is, but the purpose of pulling it back is a big statement. And I am very curious. The Republicans need to continue to push in this direction. They need to put Democrats in Congress on record every time. Forget about what Joe Biden is going to do. Make Joe Biden veto it.
Yeah,
that's even
absolutely.
better.
Absolutely.
Get Democrats on the Senate, Democrats on a party line saying, no, we want that vaccine mandate in place. We want mandates. We want mandates. That's what the Democrats keep saying in the Senate. Let's see if they say the same thing in the House. And if they say that in the House, it will fail there if enough Democrats move over. If Joe Biden wants to keep saying we want mandates, make him say it. Put him on record every single chance you get. It's a good thing for the political landscape because going into a midterm, you can say, like right now, you can look at the world, look at the country. I tweeted this out today as well. The jobs numbers. Did you see the jobs numbers that came out?
Yeah, they're way up.
They are way up. And I think it's very important that people understand. Here's from Washington Examiner. The economy, again, blew past expectations and added 678,000 jobs in February, an encouraging sign that the labor market is returning to its pre-pandemic strength. When did the CDC and the government pull back all their restrictions? When did California pull back their restrictions? When did Connecticut, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois pull back their restrictions? Not before that. These numbers were taking place before all of these blue states decided to pull back on their restrictions, before the CDC decided, likely with the teachers union's blessing, to pull back on their heavy-handed restrictions, before Joe Biden came out and said, we could move forward smartly or whatever. The world was getting back to normal and they all had to catch up. This is not because of something that the Democrats did. Once again, the government did not fix the problem. It turns out they actually were the problem. And the country has decided to move on without it, and they had to hurry up and get in line and get in step. Once again, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we've got a fun little game to play. We're going to decide if it's time to move on or if some of those things that have been canceled, if it's too soon. Time to move on or too soon. We have a whole list of things that maybe have been canceled in the past or maybe are a little questionable currently, and we will go around the room with Hannah, and I think Trisha is going to come in here and discuss a few of these things. And if you've got some suggestions of things we should discuss as well, go ahead and put them on the live chat and weigh in on your thoughts as we go through the conversation. More Annie Frey Show in a minute. Don't go away.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Frey Show.
Oh, you said watch yourself, baby. Yeah, you know the deal.
The Annie Frey Show.
I like you people. I appreciate you keeping some sort of sensibility in the world.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
I feel like I see things that the rest of the world doesn't see. And you guys, you follow that path along too.
On 97.1 FM Talk.
The Closet Factory, online at closetfactory.com, your go-to for customized storage solutions in your home, in your garage, in your basement, your entertainment space, your home office space, and yet even your master closet in your bedroom. The Closet Factory will come in and help you assess your situation, and then they'll work with you on your budget. What we did in my house is we wanted to get more spaces up to function, and we didn't really care so much about the high-end trim and all that stuff. They have so many things to make these spaces look beautiful, but also just have the best customized storage solution for your unique concerns. Reach out to the people who run this local business at the Closet Factory and set up an appointment, free consultation for you. Like I've said before, when they came into my house, they're like, do not clean up and put everything away before we come over. Let me see your house in basically its natural habitat, which is a really scary thing to have happen in my house. They came over and they looked at our problem areas and created perfect solutions that were affordable for us. They'll do the same thing for you. Find them online at closetfactory.com.
Mark Cox here. Guys, let Victory Men's Health help you regain your vitality by optimizing your hormones, vitamins, and sexual health. Victory Men's Health has the most cutting-edge technologies to treat ED. They have wave therapy. Listen, this is the biggest advancement for men with ED since the launch of Viagra. That's pretty incredible. They do the treatments in their office. Victory Men's Health offers wave therapy in both their Illinois and Missouri location. Check them out online today at victorymenshealth.com.
Are you feeling the pinch of higher prices?
Costs may be rising, but with Golden Oak Lending's 2.25% fixed rate, you can lower your mortgage payments.
James Hawkins here, president of Golden Oak. You can offset today's high prices by using the low interest equity in your home to pay off credit cards, make home improvements, or simply put cold hard cash back in your pocket.
It only takes a few minutes to see if you can save hundreds with this low 2.25% rate.
So what are you waiting for? Lock in our low rate while you still can. Start saving money and skip your first 2 mortgage payments.
Call your local loan officers at 314-567-GOLD today and pay nothing out of pocket.
That's right. If we can't close your loan, the appraisal is no charge.
Golden Oak Landing, short my blues.
NMLS 114937, 2.25% fixed, 3.336% APR, FHA 15-year mortgage with 20% equity and approved credit.
When you have a championship team on the field, why not call us and get a championship team off the field? I'm Jason Bauman with Three Rivers Waterproofing. We knock it out of the park every time we step up to the plate to deal with your foundation problems. We offer lifetime warranties that are fully transferable to the next homeowner at no charge. No job is too big or too small. We offer a permanent fix at a fraction of the cost of other companies. Call us at 636-287-2098 or find us online at threeriverswaterproofing.com. Three Rivers Waterproofing, where we specialize in wet cracks.
I should've known better. I saw her wearing your sweater. Nice glasses, fake red hair, just like me. Stop crying, stop crawling. Can't you see that I have stopped falling? We were good at faking forever. I get it.
You're listening to The Annie Fry Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
Am I gonna miss you?
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. This is something that came to my mind and has come to my mind multiple times, and I'm kind of excited to get this off my chest because it always occurs to me when I'm picking music and I want to play a Michael Jackson song on the station, on the show. Because, listen, I was born in 1984, and Michael Jackson is a part of my childhood. Other people have said that same sentence and not in the same way. So...
Oh, man.
Macaulay Culkin.
With that being said, here's the terms, and we're gonna go around. Well, you know what I mean?
It all took us a minute to be like,
oh. Do you want me to talk slower for you, Wiggins?
Yeah. Explain exactly what you mean, just in
you're
case.
the one
though.
pulling Haley Joel Osment into the conversation.
Oh,
before,
yeah.
and
You guys, Trisha, Hannah, have you guys ever been to Chicago?
Yes.
Okay, I was there just doing some film stuff. I just wanted to see if you guys had ever been there.
Barf. Can you imagine
Stuff in the film industry, you know.
Can you imagine Ryan Wiggins trying to pick up women in a bar?
No.
Yeah. yes, I can.
It's like this, but more slapping.
In St. Louis, it's bad. In Chicago, I can be like, I don't even know, where am I here in Chicago? I don't even know what neighborhood this is. I'm up here doing some film stuff. I don't even know where I am.
Do you think there'd be slapping or just hard eye rolling?
Maybe both.
People falling off of bar stools.
You know, in the old days of radio, we would give you lines and make you go into bars and try to pick up women and video it.
Good thing it's the new days.
For you and for the women.
Well, I think I just came up with another topic for this.
Okay, fair enough. So here's the question. Is it time to move past the trepidation you have over a specific thing, or is it too soon? The first one is Michael Jackson's music. Not Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson's music. And maybe you might say you can't separate the two. I think that we should be able to enjoy Michael Jackson's music without feeling guilt about it. What do you think, Trisha?
Too soon.
Too soon? Ryan?
It's fine. Go for it.
You would. Anna?
I'm fine with Michael Jackson's music.
Yeah? Brad?
Yeah, I think it's time to move on.
Time to move on?
Yep.
I'm alone on this one.
Yeah.
I watched that Finding Neverland
I
documentary.
didn't on purpose.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like me choosing ignorance for my own.
I get it.
Own
You're
good.
protecting yourself, and I stopped halfway
And
through
knowing
it.
Michael Jackson is something you might want to do.
Yeah.
So you guys are going in hard on Michael Jackson. So you guys all think like if you hear it's Friday, the other three that said it's so you're cool with it, do you hear Michael Jackson music and just think like when you hear Black or White or Man in the Mirror or something, does it bring back the man? I'm assuming you like Michael Jackson because I'm assuming everybody liked his music. Does it feel that way for you, or are you like, oh, this is great for?
So
criminal.
he's pointing at me. So I didn't really. Yeah, you're right. I didn't actually really listen to his music whenever it was popular. I kind of have.
I pointed at you because
it.
that's what I was going to say, and I thought, well, I'll let you guys go first. I never really was a big Michael Jackson fan,
but I rediscovered it, and it's good music.
My husband is a Martian. He'll be like, New Kids on the Block. What's that? You guys are like in that category.
I had
now.
the cassette of New Kids on the Block.
I had
what?
Thriller on my Fisher Price. Remember me side story? My 3 albums that I had on my Fisher Price record player when I was like 6 or 7. Thriller, Sesame Street Live, and Annie the Musical. All depended on my mood that day.
I had the same record player, but I had
year-old.
Bad.
Yeah.
That was the album I had.
My parents bought me the bad cassette thinking, this is cool, right? He's a kid. He'll like this. And I was like, I don't care about this. I wanted the Fresh Prince theme song.
Yeah.
I had the soundtrack to Titanic on cassette. Does
Yeah.
anybody else have that?
Yeah. I think I had the soundtrack. I don't know if it was on cassette though. No, I had CDs in the 90s.
I'm not actually
96.
sure I needed it on cassette, but I remember getting it on cassette and wearing that cassette out.
I
Okay.
preferred Celine Dion's other work.
I had some of her CDs, and in the mid 90s, she was on top of the game.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was.
It's all coming back to me now, man.
Mhm.
There was
Yeah.
emotion, and when I was 12, I was really feeling that.
Yeah, that was smooth, criminal.
Nike apparel.
I did that joke twice.
Nike apparel doesn't really fit me well, but I'm okay with people wearing it.
You don't care,
Time to move on.
Hannah?
Ooh, see, it's kind of hard for me to not associate Nike with all of the news about it. But I still wear it.
You still wear it, but you still have the connection. What about you?
Yeah.
I don't choose it ever. If I have a choice
Right.
between anything and Nike, I'll choose the other thing still.
Okay. What about you?
I'm fine with it.
You would be.
Yeah. I just got a cool
I mean, if you
Nike
bought me
sweatshirt for
something-
She's the
Christmas.
only.
Yeah.
She's the only one who wasn't okay with Michael Jackson.
Fine with Nike. It's fine.
Let's balance our judgment here just a little bit. I am wearing Nikes right now, and I thought about that. These are like my favorite shoes, and every once in a while, I remember it, and I'm like, oh man, I really like New Balance. New Balance is a very good brand, and B, I think they're all made in America, which is something that I think is very good.
We're all
So-
checking ourselves for Nike. We're like,
Yeah, am I wearing Nike?
Oh, I know I don't have any
know.
Nike.
I know. I just don't associate, and I've said this from the very boycotts. Like it requires a lot of energy, and whether I wear Nikes or not doesn't change anything. But I do get why people don't do it, and I also get what you guys are saying is
you'll pick something
if
else.
you have the choice, you're going to pick something else. And the last pair of tennis shoes that I bought, the Nikes that I'm wearing right now are like canvas. They look kind of like Chucks, but like my running shoes are New Balance, and I bought those on purpose. So I think you can move on, but I think that they've kind of cultured people to consider the choice
Yeah.
more than they did before.
It changed purchasing.
I feel like that's one that's really hard for me to get past for some reason.
Yeah. They really they made a choice. They chose their consumer when they went all in on the Colin Kaepernick stuff. Like they decided we want to be very out front with this, and they owned it. I mean, that was a choice that they could make, and sometimes that means that they choose these consumers and not those.
And there's so many more choices for things like that. They're carving out a niche. That's
Mhm.
why they did it. And to some extent it worked. Question for the room, past maybe high school, college, do you ever buy brands specifically to show that you're wearing a brand anymore? Or
I
is
never
that
did
just,
that. I was never that person.
Me neither.
I think that I probably was
I
with
did.
Jordans, with wearing the shoes when I was in maybe grade school.
I think I did with Abercrombie, with Aeropostale.
Yeah, there you go.
with
That was a big thing.
Hollister,
That was a thing. Those stores.
American Eagle, those kind of
I
brands
feel
really
like
had an
now
identity.
people don't even put like big logos on shirts anymore. I feel like it's more concise and I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't really care
that was
about that.
huge in junior high and high school for me, and I never really got behind that. But
Starter jackets, remember those, Brad?
oh yeah,
I had a starter
no
jacket.
Adidas jackets too.
Adidas jackets,
Yeah?
yep.
I had an Adidas jacket. The next one is
Wore
the
it yesterday.
well, yeah, I had. I'm there's a different kind of Adidas jacket from the early to mid 90s.
You wore your old Adidas jacket yesterday? I didn't notice that.
I think I still have it somewhere. Mine was black with teal stripes, and like nobody else had that, and I felt really cool that I
Ooh.
had a different one. And then
Mhm.
you'd get the little things that would go on the strings that do you
Yeah.
remember collecting those?
Mhm.
Those were a big deal, like Pogs and stuff like that. What about the NFL, Brad?
I'm still bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Too soon.
too soon.
Too soon.
I'm over it, except that I don't watch it. So I just don't care anymore. I think going through the
Apathetic.
process of boycotting it has made me just apathetic to it.
Apathetic. I actually never really cared.
Too
Neither.
soon.
Yeah.
That one I feel in my soul, and that means I still care, and that also makes me mad. Netflix.
I'm fine with it.
I'm
other
over
than
it.
the price hike.
I don't like that
situation.
too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that
over
made
it.
They're
me
Though.
mad.
back on my list.
Wait,
but-
so you will watch Netflix
Hmm?
when you say you're over it? You're
yeah,
Yeah.
you're watching
I'm over
Netflix.
it.
I still watch Netflix.
No Netflix for me.
That's a guy with pushing the button.
Right?
You
No
can keep
Netflix.
Yeah, I still have not renewed. I canceled in the cutie situation, and I have not
I forgot
renewed.
about that.
And from what I was notified from the fannies, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, those are people who have named themselves the fannies on Twitter. Outlander comes back Sunday, and I'm pretty excited about that. And I think is it on Netflix or is it on Starz?
It's Starz. I don't know that they'll put the new season on Netflix yet.
Yeah. So
I hope so.
I'll be resubscribing to Starz, I think, to watch that.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to rewatch the last season because I can't remember what happened.
It's pretty.
All right. Here's some from Ryan Wiggins. Stephen Colbert. I'm going to go first and say I am completely apathetic about that. Never watched him. Never interested me. So it'd be hard for me to take either position
Apathy.
on.
Don't care. Don't think he's funny. Never did.
Brad?
Same, apathy.
Hannah?
I don't really have an opinion on this.
Me too, actually, with both Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel,
Oh,
and
Jimmy
really
Kimmel's the next
any
Yeah.
late night TV.
I never was invested in that.
But
I
that's
like Kimmel more than Colbert. Colbert is like actively offensive and annoying. to
I
me.
hate them both for very different reasons.
Sure.
They both drive me crazy.
yeah. Well, that's actually why I put SNL on there too, because Saturday Night Live still is a topic that I think we would engage. Would you still watch that show, or do you go up and down on it?
What? Okay, go ahead. Who watches it? Does anyone watch SNL?
I would watch it if it were entertaining, but it's not funny.
Babylon B
So-
needs to compete.
Absolutely.
I tried the other day. I actually went back to SNL and gave it a go, and I was 10 minutes in. I'm like, nothing is funny. I'm not offended. I'm just not having a good time.
During the
I
Trump
turned it
years,
off.
they were so angry. It's like, this is clearly therapy for you, and I feel like I shouldn't be watching.
They're holding on to that. So they're still
It's still
trying
happening?
to work that angle, and it doesn't work anymore. He's gone.
Yeah. The 90s were hilarious SNL for me. And I remember in the 90s, like my parents' generation being like, SNL is not funny anymore. It used to be good. John Belushi, blah, blah, blah. And like, I kind of understand that generational, like you have your group and that's your group. And then whatever comes afterwards, you just don't think is funny. But I really don't think they're trying to be funny. I think they're trying to be mean and failing. So.
Yeah, I agree.
You have fax machines on here. Do you want to care to explain that to the room?
Not really.
Move
I
on, move on,
wondered if
move on.
anybody was still using fax machines. Honestly,
It's like the only piece of technology that the old people have to teach the young people how to use.
It's frustrating when you get a request for a fax. Anybody get those ever?
Doctors.
Yes. Well, I was going to say doctors, and then like legal documents. If you buy things, they want faxes for some reason still, and I don't know if it's because laws are written with faxes, but not.
I'm always
with
like, what if I
photocopies.
hand deliver this to you?
Yeah.
Like, I don't do
write
this for
out.
anybody.
Uh-huh.
But I don't understand that fax thing.
My mom refuses to get rid of our fax machine.
You
I'm like,
your mom, you have one?
Yes. we
My
have
parents
one.
do as well.
Well, we
Wow,
have a
you
new
guys, that's
fax
like
source.
yesterday's
But
air fryer.
your parents use your parents have a business.
Yeah, they have a
So
business.
that's a little bit like yours
It's-
is not for personal
It's part
faxes.
of their printer /
Yeah.
copier.
I have no idea why we have one.
Dan says on YouTube, fax is still semi-popular in the financial industry
See?
due to security.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm just screwed. I wouldn't even know where to begin. This is for me, matching socks. Do you need your socks to match, or are you over it? Because as Brad and I were talking about earlier, kids these days do not match their socks. Like that's a purpose. Like they will purposely not match their socks. I never like that was mind blowing to me when I heard that kids were not wearing I mean, like the same kind of sock, but they don't have to look anything alike. And it was like, I remember where I was when I realized I didn't have to do that anymore, and I felt freed. So I am here for the non-matching socks game.
My
Yeah,
socks need to match. They absolutely need to match.
the way they look or the way they feel.
The way they feel.
That's how I am. I
I'm
don't
gonna
care.
sneak
if
into your
they're-
house and mismatch all your socks. Terry, call me.
Now, clarification: Are you talking about
Of
two?
course, this matching sock situation is not.
Are you
You know
talking
who
about
doesn't
wearing
match
them
socks.
purposely to look stylish? Two different socks. Are
Stylish?
you? Yeah. You know, because people will
No, it's
mismatch
just
socks
lazy.
on purpose. Okay. So you're talking about two different white socks. One of them has gray on the bottom, the other one doesn't. And that's fine.
Yes,
Okay, I'm
it's
fine
a
with that.
time saver.
Yeah.
But they won't feel the same.
Everything has to match.
You're a matcher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care as long as they feel the same, and they have to be inside out.
I was gonna say you wear yours
Mhm.
inside out, which is also
That
weird.
is so weird.
What?
The seam at the toe. We haven't gone through this yet.
No.
Yeah.
There's
so-
still a seam there on the inside.
But it doesn't rub the same way. It's a whole thing. Try it.
Fight!
I'll do it right now.
Fight. It'll change your life.
Okay.
Please don't do it right now.
I know. I was just thinking that.
Hannah's over there going, I have
was
to
kinda-
leave.
I
I've
was
got
kinda
really
reading the
important
room.
audio to edit. It's
Wanted to see
happening
what-
later in the show.
See what everybody thought about me doing that. Just looking at your faces.
Hannah says Spotify. Who streams music? I am a Spotify user.
I stream it, but I use Amazon
Music.
Yeah.
Samesies.
I've never streamed music.
What do you do, Hannah?
I use Spotify. And I'll stick with it, I
You're
guess.
okay with-
Just because I have everything there. I feel
Mhm.
like changing your music platform is a big deal. Like
a big
you have
commitment.
your playlist and everything, so to change it's really that's a lot.
Yeah.
I also like Pandora though.
I used to
and
do-
the radio.
Yeah. When I did the digital stuff for the station and I sat at my desk for 40 hours a week, just a little bit less than that. I'd be doing things on the computer the entire week, and I always had headphones on and I listened to a lot and discovered a lot of music that way. It was cool. Kanye West.
Move
Mm,
on.
Yeah. I like his music though.
Are you okay with his music? I mean, are you okay with Kanye West?
I'm okay with Kanye West's music.
I
which
hear a
know
lot of
is
people
different than the
talking
Michael
about him,
Jackson thing,
and the
but-
more people talk about Kanye West and whatever he's doing right now with Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, I'm like, I'm mad at how much time we've already spent on talking
I
about
know.
this.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't
Why
care.
does he matter so much?
He doesn't.
I
Why
would
do the
love to see.
Kardashians matter so much?
Yeah, well, that's another good question.
Because they made a tape.
Do we think that Kanye's a monster, or do we just think
I think
that
he's mentally ill.
right? Do we think we can accept like his music? Do we think he's like done anything unimaginable or unspeakable like people accuse Michael Jackson of doing, to where Kanye can't come back from it in a artistic
No, I think he needs mental help, and I think that the people who get like wrapped up in the back and forth between him and Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, whoever the Kardashian family they're enabling
and missing the point of the.
I think we should move on.
Mhm.
I think for Kanye's
Okay.
sake, we should move on. And I'm saying this specifically in this arena because when Kanye West came out and supported Donald Trump, all of a sudden he became useful to this group of people, and it's not useful.
I accept that premise.
But can I still listen to Gold Digger?
I almost put that in today.
Do you like his music?
I like some of his songs.
I like
but
his
no.
old music better.
Any of his songs that I know are like super mainstream.
And I'll tell you what, the album, the Christian,
yeah.
that was actually pretty good.
We got some of that song, like the Water one. I really like
Mhm.
that one. But again, like the way he came onto the conservative scene, he becomes an accessory to he becomes useful to us, and I don't think that's good for him.
Or for the brain. I don't think it's good for the conservative movement either. I think it's just like look, this famous person that probably wouldn't normally be a conservative is a conservative. And I don't know.
I remember I was at my son's baseball game, and he came out and tweeted to Candace Owens, "I like the way you think," and it wrecked the internet. And I remember in that moment going like, "Is this for real? What's going on here? Is this a publicity stunt?" And in my mind, I thought Kanye West is about shock and awe. And he must have thought to himself, what's the most wild thing I could do?
Mm-hmm.
And come out and support conservatives is literally probably the most show-stopping thing he could have done at the time. Doesn't mean he was not honest about it, but I think I feel like that's a part of where that came from. We got a few more we can do on the other side of the break. Also, Hannah is monitoring the Ask Me Anything questions. We're going to get to those at 2:25, so just keep commenting them on the Annie Fry YouTube channel, the Annie Fry Show Facebook page. You can just put hashtag AMA on there, and we'll ask some of those questions. We got Rob Kramer coming in at 2:00. It's 1:44 right now. Donate your car to Goodwill and get 2022 Cardinal tickets at mersgoodwill.org. Use promo code Cardinals. More of these when we come back. Don't go away.
You're listening to The Annie Fry Show. Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Fry Show. The Mark Reardon Show.
Let's start with former Senator Jim Talent.
There's some reason to believe that maybe the momentum of the invasion is slowing, although, I don't think anybody should get their hopes up.
Weekdays from 3 to 6 on 97.1 FM Talk.
Looking to build a home? Well, I want to introduce you to C.A. Jones. Online at cajonesinc.com. one of the things that I appreciate the most about CA Jones is how they understand how building a home can be one of the most exciting moments of your life, but it can also be super stressful. They have so many things in place that help ease you through that process to make sure that it is as stress-free as it possibly can. With all of the supply chain issues and labor shortages, CA Jones has been able to push through this time and really deliver people houses that they are going to make into beautiful homes for themselves and for their families. All across the Metro East, they have been building these homes of varying sizes, one-car garages. I think they have a 2-bedroom model. They have 4-bedroom models, finished basements where you can add a whole bunch more bedrooms, 3-car garages. It's all customizable. So reach out to CA Jones and start the conversation now. Inventory out there on the resale market is low. Build the home of your dreams with CA Jones. Find them online at cajonesinc.com.
So you've decided you need new flooring. Now it's time to choose a flooring company, one with a long history and a great reputation. Edwards Carpet gives you all of that and more. We are locally owned and have been in business in St. Louis since 1939. We have an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau, and flooring is all we do, and our installation is guaranteed. We offer low, all-inclusive pricing, 12 months interest-free financing. We have it all. Hurry in or visit us online at edwardscarpet.com.
Come on down to Edwards Carpet Stores.
Don't you wish fixing your car was simple? Mark Cox here. Cars today have more tech than the first spaceship that landed on the moon. It's guaranteed something's going to break. That's why I have a protection plan through CarShield. When I need a repair, I choose the mechanic. The CarShield administrators take care of the rest. Plans through CarShield even provide rental car options and roadside assistance and trip reimbursement, all at no extra cost. Getting the coverage is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, contact CarShield for a free quote. 2, tell them about your vehicle. 3, you choose the type of protection you need. That's it. I love my car. I don't want to have to replace it. Plus, used car prices are high and new cars are hard to find. So whether your car has 5,000 miles or 150,000, CarShield has options to fit your budget. Get coverage today. Go to carshield.com/Cox or call 800-391-8888 to save 10%. That's carshield.com/Cox. A deductible may apply.
Springtime in St. Louis, and if you hate to paint, do what your neighbor Mr. Rob Miller from Harvesttown Auto Body in St. Peters did. He called Rhino Shield. Rob, what was the thought process for going with Rhino Shield as a business owner?
My family's business is over 10,000 square feet, and it did not have the curb appeal I wanted.
Rob, tell everyone how the experience was with Rhino Shield from start to finish.
The process that I liked was when you came out, you gave me all of these options that would fit my building. Our building was really faded. I don't want to have to paint my building again. 25 years is a long time to not have to worry about the outside maintenance of your building as far as paint. That's a no-brainer. That's why Rhino Shield worked for me.
Are your neighbors jealous?
I would be if I was them.
Thanks, Rob. Now it's time to call 877-25-RHINO, 877-25-RHINO, or 877-25rhino.com. Genius.
Don't paint, don't Rhino. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Mark Cox here. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call Thomas Helbig with the Retirement Advisory Group at 314-993-9494. He'll show you how to participate in the market gains without ever losing a penny. Thomas is the official financial advisor of the Mark Cox Morning Show.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling Studio. Air Comfort Service is proud to support Greater St. Louis Honor Flight. Sign your veteran up for the Honor Flight today at gslhonorflight.org. And for heating services, visit aircomfortservice.com.
Back in the car and back on the road. We're with you. Dependable traffic with Sue Thomas. Driven by Ambassador Midwest Floor Company. The best way to deal with in-home traffic. Experience more at Ambassador Midwest Floor. The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. A couple more. Is it too soon to move past these things, or we're ready to move on? What's one, Ryan? You give us yours real quick before we get into the rest of my list.
Oh, signs that people hang in their houses that look cute and they say like a motivational phrase, but they also use a cuss word. Like that's edgy now. Like, look,
You were just at my house. You commenting about my home?
Did you have one?
No.
Okay.
Live, laugh, love, bleep.
Yeah.
F
Yeah.
off.
Something like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Those things.
I mean, it's like that edgy stay-at-home mom. They're probably listening right now. We see you. We know you.
Yeah, we know you.
You tell people whatever you want to.
Wine moms.
Wine moms.
Yep.
I am very particular about the signs that I hang in my house. I have one big, huge sign in my basement. What does it say? It says
St. Louis Cardinals.
Work hard.
work hard, play nice,
Yeah.
or something like that, or be kind, or something like that. It's very simple.
It's funny because you see it every day.
No,
You
I don't. I don't go in the
and it's
basement hardly
meant
at all.
to, convey a message to you and you don't remember what it is.
I don't see it every day. Being in the basement with you guys was probably the first time that I spent time in the basement for like a month because it's my kids' domain and that's up there for my children. And it's like 4 words and it's like work hard, play nice or something like that.
Yeah.
Message received.
Yeah. But I have nothing in my house that says live, laugh, love.
I don't care what it says. It's just if you insert some sort of like.
In this house.
Are you gonna write your quote scripture or
we hug.
We take our shoes off.
We stay up late.
We share mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna say all signs. Any
Signs?
sign that says anything on
Do you
it.
have any in your house?
No, we don't have any. We have one thing that my
What
wife
house do you live in?
went to. We live in like a tin shack. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
it's a tin shack,
Can't
and they
hang
sit
anything on
on
the
they
wall.
sit on like potato boxes and
Yeah.
milk crates, and
It's double as our beds, Trisha.
his shelving's made out.
We
of
have
cinder
one
blocks and
sign.
2x4s.
Send this man a sign.
And it was my wife went to a painting party, so they
Everybody,
had to make
for
something.
Christmas,
so
we're
that's the one.
all getting him signs
Mhm.
that have swears on them.
Yes, swears on them, and they're incredibly
FYI.
I'm
cheesy.
just gonna give you a sign that says "F you." You're
Talk,
hanging on your
Annie. Merry
hanging on your
Christmas.
front door. I'm gonna write love.
It's
Brad.
actually kind of funny. But keep in mind that I also just got a fireplace.
Oh yeah.
So thank you for all the signs.
Do you have a mantle?
Yeah.
What?
You got anything on it?
What does that have anything to
I'm
do
going
with
to
any
burn
of
all
it?
your signs.
That's where he's gonna hang the
Oh,
sign,
so
just
get-
right
we
over
get
the mantle.
Metal
No.
signs.
Don't get metal signs.
I like signs.
Next up,
I do too,
from
Hannah.
Brad, family meals.
Too soon. Don't ever move on from that.
We have family meals in my house, and we have good conversations.
That's so
What
sad.
was
to
Brad
think
saying that
doesn't
we
happen.
thinks
No,
we should
I-
move away, or we
no,
have?
I
Doesn't
think
like 'em,
that we
hates
need to
Bring 'em
move
back.
back to him. I
Okay.
think that's something that we've gotten away from, and I think we need to move back. At least, I know life's busy, but at least maybe one time a day, sit
Mhm.
around the kitchen table, or even if you have
One
to go
time a
to
day is a little
restaurant.
too much.
I'll one up you. Take off your devices, including your smartwatch, when
Yeah.
you have these
Okay.
meals.
Several times a week. And hey, you guys can agree with me or disagree with me, but the generation that is older than us, they're like the worst on their phones now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with me on this? Like you'll be around people, they're all playing Wordle
Mhm.
or Candy Crush.
Ooh, speaking of which,
Shut up.
I love
Is it Wordle time? Let's race.
Wordle, I haven't
We're
done
gonna
it yet.
race. We're gonna race. I haven't done it either. They like it is not. It used to be something like these kids and their phones. It isn't that anymore. It's everybody. And I do wish that we would get back to the place where we could sit down and
So I heard of this.
here. You talk while
Yeah, I was
I
going to
don't know.
say, Annie, hurry.
I heard
Wordle.
this
Slap his
this
phone out
game
of
that you
his
can
hand.
play if you go, Hannah, if you go out to eat with your friends, or if you guys go out to eat with your friends, that everybody places their phone
Mhm.
in the
Oh,
center of the table
yeah.
face down, and whoever looks at their phone first
buys
buys.
the check. Yeah, picks up them.
that's a cool idea. I've never seen
Have
anybody
you
do
seen
that.
the one where you give the waitress all of your like debit cards and then they randomly pick? That one would
Oh,
be scary.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, there's a sketch about
yeah,
that
there's a sketch.
on. I think. I wish you would. What's the
I
show
think you
called?
should leave.
I think you should leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Mhm.
Next one up from Hannah. This is a good one. Malls.
Too soon. I love them all.
I'm over
Except
'em.
it's kind of scary now.
I
like
am
a-
not over him. I just started going back.
It's like a ghost town now, though, right? Like, wasn't the Mills a big deal, and now there's nothing
Oh
in it?
yeah, there's nothing there.
I love.
That's
malls.
actually, I don't think a mall at all anymore.
I had
but-
my graduation in their parking lot.
That's odd.
Yeah, during COVID.
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember
they
that.
started
now.
doing that.
Not
That was
your-
a really cool.
I knew that there was a graduation
cool
there, but
push.
I
Yeah.
didn't know you were part of that.
No, I love malls.
Malls are great.
Bring 'em
You're
back.
beating me at Wordle right now. That's why she's laughing because I'm talking and she's playing.
Ryan, you like
Distracting
malls?
him.
I like malls a lot,
Good
like
job,
too
Hannah.
much.
Like it.
What is it? What is it about malls?
Here's what it is about malls. There were times before kids that my wife would say, "What do you want for your birthday dinner?" And I would say, "I want to go to the food court." And she would make fun of me.
That makes sense, though.
Are you a one stop at the food court?
No,
Or are you
especially
a
not for my
multiple
birthday.
stops?
Yeah, if she's buying,
Oh
we're hitting
my
them all.
But what's your place? What is your first stop at the food court?
Oh, probably the Sarku.
Sarku. I always like. What was it? Frullati.
I don't remember.
I don't even know
in
these words.
St. Clair Mall. They had
Sbarro's.
the smoothie place. Oh, it was great.
Bubble tea. We're moving on because we're running out of time. Bubble tea. That's Trisha's.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over the trend of bubble tea.
Heck no. I love it.
You're a bubble tea person,
Love
aren't you?
it.
Move on.
I'm ready to move on.
Have you ever even had it?
Yes, one time.
See, it's that easy. He's not attached.
What about you?
I don't.
Have you ever had it?
I've been around it.
I don't think you should chew your teeth.
I don't understand. Like the boba balls, that's what it is, right?
Uh-huh.
At Disney World, they put them on in everything, and I don't like them. They're weird.
What
to
do
me.
they put them on other than tea?
Food,
They
like
put
on
'em on
salads
steak?
and stuff like that.
What? I don't understand that.
Well, I'm over it. Moving on. Fireball. Trisha suggested Fireball. Fireball.
You know the trend of everybody ordering Fireball shots.
Oh,
Checking
Fireball
in?
shots. I thought you were talking
know?
about real fireballs.
No, the liquor. I think it had its moment.
I was going to say I was over it because I did not want to get shot with a fireball. But now that you're talking about taking a shot of Fireball, I'm still over it. Actually, I kind of like it. That's one of the few alcohols I do like in soda because it enhances the flavor a little bit.
No.
Can't comment on this one.
You know who
Yeah.
else can't comment on this one is Annie because she's playing Wordle.
Not anymore.
Did you beat it?
Yeah.
Hannah can't comment.
All right.
In
I'm starting right now.
4 tries while I was hosting a radio show. So you better be able to get it in 4 or less.
All right. Here we go.
I bet you can't.
Okay.
And you like Fireball?
Not mad at Fireball. Let's go get some. The 2 o'clock hour is going to be really exciting. Here comes Rob. Don't go away.
Hey, Jim! Thanks for coming.
Are you kidding? I never miss one of your dinner parties. How's the new job?
We're growing fast, and I stopped working weekends thanks to how much smoother everything runs on NetSuite by Oracle.
Fantastic. We're still using QuickBooks.
Why haven't you upgraded to NetSuite?
We're making QuickBooks work, sort of.
Shh, watch your language. The kids are right there. Sorry, Amy. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. And 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control since upgrading from QuickBooks to NetSuite.
Yeah, sounds like it's time for me to switch to NetSuite. Over 27,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite has a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/select. Head to netsuite.com/select for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/select.
Hey guys, it's the new year. Are you still struggling with erectile dysfunction? I've yet to meet anyone that enjoys timing those intimate moments around a pill. Well, now you don't have to. The advanced wave technology at Pineview Medical has been shown by Cambridge University and the Cleveland Clinic to restore and even regrow blood vessels. It can improve circulation and eliminate erectile dysfunction. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED, call us in the next 2 minutes and you'll receive a consultation, assessment, and blood flow ultrasound free, plus a special gift that produces immediate results in the bedroom. You're going to love that. Trust me. This is a $600 value, free to callers now. 314-530-7777. That's 314-530-7777. Guys, get rid of your ED and get that spark back. Call Pineview Medical now to qualify. 314-530-7777.
You want to retire soon, but everyone keeps telling you to wait until you're 65. After all, that's the age that you qualify for Medicare and you're close to full retirement age. I'm Marvin Mitchell, president of Compass Retirement Solutions. In my new book, Retire Early, The 9 Critical Decisions When Retiring Before 65, I discuss proper planning to help make early retirement possible. When to take Social Security, what to do with your 401k, healthcare, how to maximize retirement income, and much more. Get a complimentary copy of Retire Early by calling 1-800-743 8510. That's 1-800-743-8510. Can you retire early? Call 1-800-743-8510 for your copy of Retire Early, the 9 critical decisions when retiring before 65.
Investments and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory in Missouri and Illinois. Compass Retirement Solutions is not affiliated with the U.S. government or any governmental agency.
KFTK FM Florissant, driven by the Bommarito Automotive Group, 97.1 FM Talk.
An Odyssey station.
A new supply chain crisis. Lisa Brady, Fox News. Hundreds of ships being turned away from the Black Sea. Others stranded at ports and at sea, unable to unload cargo since the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And sanctions on Russia are beginning to have wide ripple effects, in addition to impacting energy and grain importers. But Ukraine and the West are emphasizing an even bigger picture.
The international rules-based order that's critical to maintaining peace and security is being put to the test by Russia's unprovoked and unjustified invasion of Ukraine.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken heading to Baltic states after a NATO meeting in Brussels today. President Biden meeting at the White House with Finland's president. He's also been focusing on the U.S. economy, lauding a strong jobs report while ramping up a Made in America push. Fox's Gernal Scott has this live.
Lisa, more than 678,000 jobs created in the month of February as the pandemic's effects ease is good news, but the president said realistically,
family budgets are still tight. A lot of Americans are getting paychecks this year more than they got last year.
He said it's only the start of revamping the economy, with products made at home being the rule rather than the exception.
So that we're never at the mercy of other countries for critical goods ever again.
The president said there will be more steps to come in his pledge to rebuild America, Lisa.
Thanks, Gernal. An Amtrak engineer has just been found not guilty on charges including causing a catastrophe for a high-speed derailment that killed 8 people and injured hundreds in Philadelphia in 2015. The defense said 38-year-old Brandon Bastian was distracted by people throwing rocks in the area just before the crash. The trial centered in part on whether he thought he had already passed a dangerous curve when he accelerated to more than 100 miles an hour. America is listening to Fox News.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up. But to cruise through challenges, you need someone who's right there with you. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice you need to get past whatever's in front of you and get where you want to go. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has guided men through the challenges of divorce. You're not alone. Call Cordell & Cordell.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood Parkway, Suite 310, Chesterfield, Missouri, 63017. CordellCordell. Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling weather with Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Let's look for an increase in clouds this afternoon, though there'll continue to be some sunshine. Warm it up to 65. Lots of clouds tonight, 52. All about spring on Saturday. Partly sunny, windy and warm, 75. Scattered showers and thunderstorms Saturday night. Sunday, partly sunny, maybe a spotty shower, but lots of dry time, 62. An even better chance of rain and thunderstorms, some strong to severe, on Sunday night. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Right here, right now.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia.
Putin may circle Kyiv with tanks, but he'll never gain the hearts and souls of the Iranian people.
Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically, that's wrong.
Where St. Louis comes to talk.
The State of the Union is strong because you, the American people, are strong.
97.1 FM Talk.
We're all on this planet together. So join Odyssey and find your one thing. March marks the beginning of spring, and warmer temperatures means you can do more outside. Start hanging your clothes outside to dry instead of using the dryer. Not only will you save electricity and money, but your clothes will get that fresh outdoor scent. It's also a great time to start walking or biking to destinations that are close by instead of driving. Join Odyssey And together, each of us doing one thing makes a greener tomorrow. What's your one thing?
Odyssey celebrates Women's History Month.
Amelia Earhart broke boundaries in the sky as the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. She was one of the first aviators to promote commercial air travel, wrote best-selling books, and helped form the 99s, an organization for female pilots. In 1937, she shockingly disappeared on her quest to circumnavigate the globe.
Odyssey, celebrating remarkable women. For more, check out our exclusive station, She Sings, on the Odyssey app.
Stewart's American Mortgage, he's the bagel loan guy. And when you go with Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage, you're going to pay zero fees that every other lender out there is going to charge you for your home refinance. We're talking earlier about the deck that I'm putting on my house. I was able to take the cash out, the equity that we have in our home, which has increased drastically over the last couple of years, just like everybody else's, and get a lower interest rate. Take some of the equity out of my house and use it for a home improvement. You might be thinking about doing the same thing. It's a smart move to choose Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage, because when you do that refinance, he doesn't charge you all these other fees. Other lenders are going to cost you thousands of dollars potentially to use another folk. Plus, rates are down. They just recently went down again. A lot of the world situation weighing into that factor, but they could go up anytime now. They were going to before all of this happened. So get in while the getting's good. 314-324-4440. 314-324-4440. You can Google the bagel loan and MLS number 226715.
If you've listened to 97.1 FM Talk, you have heard of Doug Voss of Voss Financial Safe Money Radio, as he has been a staple on the station as the financial expert for many years. You can hear him on Safe Money Radio several times a weekend on 97.1 FM Talk. And in case you miss any of those shows, on his podcasts on Odyssey.com and search Safe Money 97.1. So call Doug at 844-676-SAFE. That is 844-676-7233. Doug Voss is a registered representative. Securities offered through D.H. Hill Securities, LLP. Member FINRA and SIPC.
Worried about what you're breathing in? With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
Odyssey is an all-encompassing audio landing zone where you can find podcasts in any genre and listen live to 97.1. Not to mention that you can rewind within the last 24 hours. 97.1 FM Talk on the go. This hour of the Annie Fry Show is sponsored by The Loading Dock, Riverviews, outdoor dining, live music, and overnight accommodations. Visit GraftonLoadingDock.com.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
They got someone here knows what they're talking about.
Left up, left right, gotta love this American ride.
Like, you need to take some time to get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
Okay, before we get into the digital get down, Rob, hi. How are you?
Hi, outstanding, still improving.
Okay. Trisha, can you just recount the last 5 minutes in the studio here that nobody besides the six of us got to experience?
Sure, a little backstory. I walked out. Brad dumped over Annie dumped over a basket. I walked back in and
you did a good platform for your camera.
And yes, thank you very much.
It's working well.
Yeah, thank you. I found some jelly beans. Box of unopened jelly beans, bean boozled jelly beans, extremely hot warning, sriracha, jalapeno, cayenne, habanero, and Carolina Reaper. And
all things that you've already said out loud in this room.
I said this out loud. I mean, we're recapping what happened 5 minutes ago. And I said, Ryan should eat these on the air.
And then what happened?
You said we should all eat these on the air.
It doesn't matter.
Either way. All the rest of you can still do it.
The operative phrase is on the air.
Okay. Yes. But what I said, it doesn't. Okay, splitting hairs. On air was mentioned.
Right?
Oh, sorry. I just took a whiff into this box of the Fiery 5 Challenge Bean Boozled and expecting to have a scent of candy or sugar. And no, it is spice.
You know what would be awesome is if we tried them on the air,
like we talked about,
which is what Trisha's idea was, and we all agreed.
Generally agreed upon.
Yeah. Then what happened?
We turned our backs for a fraction of a second.
I did a Stewie live. I talked to you about bagels.
Keeping the lights on. And Ryan disappeared. And when he came back, he was sweating in tears and ruined our bit.
He goes, man, I thought those were going to taste like jelly beans, like candy. Those things are so hot. I don't think I could have. We're like, Ryan, we just all agreed to do this on the air and you wasted it on us.
Usually.
We didn't even know you were doing it.
I know.
No, he did it in secret.
Usually those things, they have half that are fun and fruity and taste good and half that taste terrible. I just assumed, being a Bean Boozle expert,
back of the box, and
I'm like,
Trisha
I'll eat a
list
couple
off
of
for you
these.
what they are. None of them say strawberry banana.
I wasn't listening to the
She's always
flavors.
complaining about
I
not
saw
listening.
Bean Boozled. So I thought, well, I'll eat a couple of these now, and maybe one will taste kind of hot and the other one will be not.
But
why would you risk that? Why would you risk getting a hot one when we were supposed to do that on air?
Rob put this really well. If you put candy in front of a candy addict, you just eat it. You don't think about it. You go,
You were
oh, there's
going
candy.
to eat it 2 minutes later.
Yes, I know, but
For the
I wanted
people.
it now. And here's what happened. You guys don't even know this yet. It hurt my face
We
so
know,
bad.
but we wanted that to happen to
that
you on the air.
I walked out of here and I couldn't stop sneezing, and it was
That's
all up in
supposed
my
to happen.
sinuses.
None of the. You're saying this like you're going to change the way I feel about this or you in this moment.
And I couldn't stop sneezing so much. And you can't physically keep your eyes open while you sneeze.
It would have been awesome to watch you try.
Sneezing. Don't know if Jake's out there looking at me. I walk around a corner. My eyes are closed because I can't stop sneezing. Mark Reardon literally is stumbling. By the time I
Mark
open
Reardon would understand the bit. He would understand the
by the
value
time
of
I
doing
open
this
my
on the air.
eyes, Mark Reardon is stumbling down the hallway trying to get out of my
Professional.
way because I didn't even know he was there. I can't see. My eyes are watering.
Brad,
It's
how do we
terrible.
rectify his egregious error here?
Eat another one.
One.
As long as everybody else eats one.
Heck no, you don't get to. You don't get
I'm
to
not gonna just
negotiate
eat it.
terms.
No, I'm not going to just do it because you say,
Right,
well, you
right.
gotta eat one.
Rob will eat one.
It can't be as bad as it
Eat
as it
one
was
of
the
Is
first
this
time.
is this a jelly bean mandate?
Eat one
Are
of
you
each.
forcing me what to do with my body?
Yes, exactly. We understand each other. One of each at the same time.
How many times do you have to say this isn't a democracy in this room?
I don't know.
Absolutely not.
It's
I
a
just
republic.
experienced that. But if you'll experience it with me,
When it comes
I
to
will
Ryan,
do it
though?
with you. I'm like Zelensky. I'm staying because I love you.
What? I am leaving.
That was actually
This is
really
the
good,
second
timely.
time today that
Thank
I
you.
said I'm leaving the show. The first one is because Brad dropped the mic and I just thought it couldn't get better. And I was right. This is ridiculous.
What does that mean? He dropped the mic.
You-
Hold
it
on,
was-
I got to mark that time
yeah,
down.
exactly. Quoted. We'll play it back later. It was about you because you didn't listen to the beginning of the show. So you'll have to podcast it, which
Oh,
people can
great.
do at odyssey.com. If you like to podcast a show, Google the Annie Fry Show podcast or just go on the Odyssey app. You can mark that down too. I think he needs to pay penance while we do the digital get down. You're cutting into Rob's time right now.
Actually, I'm loving that he's cutting into this time because it's great content here. I will say that normally, for those of you that are familiar with candy, which is everybody, of course, on the back of the wrappers, it gives you an explanation of what candy color is associated with which
heck is
flavor.
Yeah,
candy,
it's
right?
it's a map for even the
what
simplest
is it?
person to understand.
I will tell
Somebody
you
explain
though,
candy first.
there
before
are
we get
two
going.
shades of red. There are 5 different flavors that
All of them are peppers
all of them are peppers.
or hot.
Correct.
Hot,
It goes from
hotter.
sriracha.
Sriracha.
Which one is like cherry jubilee? Any of them?
No, but that's my point is, there are
Blue
only
ras.
3 colors being utilized for 5 different flavors.
Because what color is pepper? Hot.
What
Red.
what I'm saying is,
You
I
don't
can't.
stick a box of candy in front of me, and I'm going to
Ryan,
read the label first.
Your lack of self-control professionally needs to be in check. You needed 2 minutes of time.
Yes, I
2
know.
minutes.
I understand that now. I understand that looking back. But now, because we're in the situation we're in, I suggest that Rob eat one while he does digital get down. And I'll eat one with you.
Well, here's the problem: is it goes from
And
getting
Trisha.
hotter,
I'm not
hot.
doing that.
It like it hot, and
Mhm.
the 3rd hottest and the 5th, the hottest, the most. They are very similar colors.
Wait. What is candy?
What is candy?
We go back to that.
I love when you like,
philosophical debate.
total sugars 30 grams, added sugars 30 grams.
Now that's
Wait,
candy.
These aren't natural? This isn't actually a gummy pepper?
Didn't
I
you
thought
guys?
I thought it'd just be a pepper pressed into the shape of the jelly
I
bean.
just thought maybe you could use a little bit more of a diversity of colors here because I'm having a very hard time differentiating what is what. But you know what?
Finish the box now.
Absolutely not. No, that is not possible. I'll tell you that.
You know what?
I will eat one if somebody else eats one.
I will
with
eat
me.
one with you.
Okay.
You guys
Thank
are
you.
And I say we should go for I can only be certain about one flavor, and it's on 2 out of 5.
You
so
have
we
to
should-
do it. Do blind.
I know what it is already.
Well, no,
You
cover
told us
your
to
eyes.
read the
Hannah
label,
doesn't know
and
what
now
the-
we're reading the
No, I
label. and
didn't
you tell
tell
us
you to
not to
read
read
the
the
label.
Listen,
label.
Hannah
When you-
doesn't know what the colors are. Let her pick
When
them
you
out.
said that you took some of them and ate them because you thought that they were going to be sweet candy like candy, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
The
from
map-
not reading the label.
There's a map on, and it was read to you.
I
wasn't
wasn't my
listening to
eyes.
that.
I am
That's
taking
obvious. I wasn't listening
a jelly bean. You guys can look at the color.
Ooh.
My eyes are still
Okay,
closed.
it's
I am
green.
putting it into my mouth.
Brian, God
Oh.
bless America.
And we'll go-
Holy crap.
Oh man. Oh.
Right?
I think that's the
Oh,
jalapeno.
yep.
Okay, now digital get down.
Oh. Not happy.
All right.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Ready?
Are you sure you don't want to wait till the commercial break, Ryan?
I don't follow rules. I follow dogs on social media.
Which one did you take?
Ooh, I can smell that, Rob.
It's offensive.
Dang.
It's also
It is
green.
offensive. Can you
Ooh.
smell it?
Yeah, I can
Dude,
smell
these
it.
are hurt. These hurt.
Everyone likes their own
That's like-
musk.
Ryan in a quote.
That definitely is jalapeno.
Ryan just says these are
Holy
these are
smokes.
hurt.
And this is 2 out of 5. This is the second out of the 5.
Well, you have to do the
flavors.
5 one.
That's the problem, Annie, is I do not. Okay, cayenne is number 3.
Just eat
It's
all
a
of them
red,
that are that
red
color.
tint.
I'll find it. Give it to me.
Carolina Reaper is 5. Well, here, I will bring you over.
Why'd you dump out
Don't
all
be
of
Because I'm
worried.
them?
looking
They're
at
all
different
gone.
variety, Hannah.
Ooh.
I'm
No, the
sorry, I didn't know
Carolina
you were
Reaper
a jelly
has
bean sorting expert
darker-
over there. Had I known
You
that, I
and
would
me.
have.
The
We'll sit here and
Carolina
eat
Reaper
them.
has black freckles. The cayenne has like lighter color freckles.
Here, I am bringing over.
Rob and I are
Oh,
sitting here eating them. Everybody else is commenting on it.
Yes, because you screwed up.
Oh my gosh.
My eyes are watering from Rob's breath.
Well, Annie is finding the one that's going to put me out of commission.
Mhm.
I'm going
And
to.
not eating one,
Yeah.
by the way.
Absolutely
Don't
not.
touch your eyes.
You're
I haven't.
Don't touch your
I was
eyes.
touching my nose though because I was sneezing all over the place. And Mark
And I
Reardon.
fell over Mark Reardon.
I
and
did. I've never seen Mark Reardon
Poor Mark
stumble like
Reardon.
that, trying to get out of my way, going down the hallway.
This is my favorite segment we've ever done.
Brian says, Brian
It might be
on
the last one,
YouTube
yeah.
says, give one to Hannah.
Yes.
Are you up for it?
No.
Hannah.
No.
Hannah.
Hannah, I'll do it if you do it.
Yeah, Brad will do it.
Brad's
if Hannah
going down
will do
with
it.
you.
I'll do it if Trisha does it.
Nope.
Hand this to Ryan.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be the one that stops it. Darn it, Hannah.
I want to try the cayenne one, but that's kind of dangerous, isn't it?
I'm not
Because
trying a
Cayenne
level
is
5.
3.
That's
it's like
a
the
Ryan.
third hottest.
Third out
Carolina
of 5.
Reaper is 5. You want the Reaper?
No,
I'll do it if I'm.
You fear the Reaper?
I do.
All right, we're all
Don't
Don't fear the Reaper.
we're all gonna do
I
one.
wish I
See what
had
you
a.
did there.
And while we're distributing
Annie's
these
got to
out,
do it too.
I wish I had
Okay,
Hannah says,
we're all
Hannah,
doing
do
it.
it.
I'm
Eric says, Hannah, you need to do this.
We're all going to do it.
I'm not.
Yeah, Dan
Annie!
says, why not Annie?
I'll
Lead
do it,
by
Brian.
example.
Wow.
Servant leadership
No,
is
I'm
what
gonna
he's talking about.
I'm making good decisions, and I'm going to laugh at their bad decisions.
You're forcing other people to make bad
oh
decisions.
man, I can feel my body, like
I
my
have one of those
thoracic cavity is
strawberry
warming.
jubilee ones,
please?
I
Ooh, boy.
can just feel like a
Here's strawberry jubilee. I think that's.
you.
I think that's
warm
what,
center.
This
which
is
one do you want?
I would like the cayenne one.
I'm going to give you the one I think is the cayenne one,
I
but
want
Rob is
sriracha.
absolutely right.
It
It's
could
kind of
so
a
it could be cayenne or Carolina Reaper.
Actually, I think
Correct.
cayenne. I think I know which one that is.
Is this sriracha?
Look
'Cause that's
here. I'm
what
going
I
to give you
want.
this one, and look on the back here. That is the middle one. It's the
It's got
dark,
light freckles.
but it's like the maroonish, not more than a red color.
So before we eat these, I'll get into one little bit.
Yeah,
Looks like it
please.
matches
do
to
it?
me.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Hannah,
what's-
which one do you want?
Just give her a
Level
surprise.
1.
Please watch this webcam because I'm telling you, they are in for some hurt.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're doing another one.
I already did 3.
Nobody saw it except for Mark.
The
Where
one
does-
that
You
you did
just
first
saw the
doesn't
one I
count.
just
Where
did.
does cayenne rank
Hannah,
toward
come here.
jalapeno?
Cayenne is one ahead of.
Jalapenos
Is one
to,
more. No. Yes.
All right.
This
Cayenne
should
is
be hotter than jalapeno.
correct.
Everybody
Okay.
react to Rob's story while you eat.
Yeah, that's the great bit.
Get it? All right, okay,
All
all
right, when
going
do we
in.
do it?
Okay.
Right. Countdown.
When he starts talking.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
You.
So there have been
Are
trends.
you doing it?
I've done 3
Do
of
the
them.
one that we sent there. Stop being.
This is the number 5.
correct, which is what your coworkers, besides me, because I'm opting out, are
If you
doing.
eat one, I'll do it.
That's
If
not
you
the
can
way
eat-
this works.
If
no,
you eat a number
screwed up
1,
the bit.
I'll
We
do
sh-
a 5.
We were going to do this before. This is not how it works, and I am not. You are not. We're not. I do not negotiate with terrorists. You do
In the words
jelly bean.
of
That one was
Josh,
good.
Annie needs to do
Tasted
it.
good.
Make good
Yes.
decisions for your show.
Wow,
Yeah.
Josh is not calling the shots here. I am eat the jelly bean.
But I like spicy food, but
Yeah.
there's like a smoky flavor
it.
to a cayenne
It's
If
pepper.
you
Eat
eat,
it.
if you eat a number
good.
1, I'll eat a
No,
number 5.
that's not working.
What did you give
Then
me?
it's not happening.
I think I gave you the 5.
The Carolina.
Do it, Ryan.
You're like a
I'm waiting for
dragon.
you to eat one.
I'm not doing it. Like
then I'm not
simply
eating a 5.
Well,
You
why
know
are
what?
you not participating?
Anna,
Give me
did
another
you
cayenne.
use
Logic
your
is flawed.
as a
You want to go up
cucumber?
a step?
Yeah,
You
mine
go
was
to the
five.
habanero,
The
not the 4, not the 5.
I'll try the 4.
The 4
Did I-
is orange, so I know which one that
I'll
is.
try that one.
Did I do something to you?
Mine wasn't bad.
No, I thought I
You
thought that's what
serious?
one.
Oh my gosh, they're terrible.
Ryan, eat it.
No.
Do it.
It tasted like a hot Cheeto. That's what it tasted like.
Oh, you're one of those kids, huh?
No.
That's a good band name.
Yeah, Hot Cheeto.
Yeah.
My band name. I take it. I call it.
Take it.
Rob,
Oh man.
do you still have a meeting? Is it more important than this?
Yeah, it is actually.
That could be literally anything.
That one was good too.
5?
I don't know now. I'm
What you
watching
gave
Trisha.
me.
Oh man, I'm glad you guys are tougher than
Trish
I
is
am.
literally starting to take off clothes. So if you want to do the YouTube channel, this is the time.
It gets you hot. Some like it hot.
Some like it hot, hot.
I just worked that into Buster Poindexter.
Okay, we're boycotting Coca-Cola on Twitter today.
And Ryan Wiggins. Go ahead.
Fair enough.
So everybody, it's the number 4 most trending hashtag on Twitter today is to boycott Coca-Cola.
Why?
We are boycotting Coca-Cola because they are still selling their products in Russia, and Russia is reaping the benefits of the tax on the Coca-Cola products. Whatever. My question is there a product that you, even if you wanted to boycott it for the best of reasons, that you simply would not be able to boycott? Is there a product that you would not be able to boycott, even if like your religious group, your political affiliation,
People
your
want me to
social group-
boycott Disney. And I feel like I understand that. And I will call Disney out for things that they do. Like when they came out and said that they weren't going to release Turning Red, which is their new movie, they're not going to release Turning Red in Russia, which is ironic. I think that they need to make sure that they do the same thing when China decides to step up their game here. So I don't mind calling them out, but when people boycott things, you're boycotting things that you have made the news. But if you were to actually actively understand like every company you patronize, what they do and don't support, I think that you wouldn't be able to do anything.
Sure. I would not be able to boycott the soda called Squirt, the grapefruit soda called
Do you drink
Squirt.
regular Squirt or Diet Squirt?
Regular.
I feel you.
Squirt's
It's
good.
Just
Squirt
Squirt's
is a good
awesome.
summer soda too.
Yeah, it is.
A little
Yes,
grapefruit
it
on a
is.
summer day, refreshing.
Squirt is good. 365 for this guy right here. It don't matter. And Trisha is excusing
Leave
herself
it.
from the studio.
Yeah.
to-
She's got to take off more
Don't
clothes.
run into Mark Reardon.
Put your pants back on. Don't go out there.
I would have a tough time
I
boycotting
know. I'm
Ameren.
so mad.
He's a wuss.
I'm so mad.
He's a
You know?
wuss.
I'm so mad.
Good answer.
Oh, you're
Good
like-
answer.
Thank you. If I found out that Ameren was doing something I didn't like, I'd have a tough time turning off all my electric.
Hannah, what kind of brand or company or specific product would you have a real hard time boycotting? And maybe you would boycott it publicly, but secretly you'd have a big stash of this in your house.
It's clearly
Jelly Bellies.
Ascend products in Illinois.
Is that the name they're going with these days? Did they
Yes.
change the name like 4
Did
times?
you get the
Probably.
fifth one?
I did.
And
You guys are tough.
Yeah, I did number 2 and my palms
I mean,
are sweaty.
they were progressively hotter.
Mhm.
Did
You
you
could
get
tell that they
water,
were hotter,
Trisha?
but
No, that is not correct. You guys, water is...
What did I get,
We
Annie?
don't
Did
have
I get
milk
I
here.
chewed on
there's
some ice.
there's absolutely milk in that machine out there.
Really?
Yeah, you
Yes.
gotta pay for it, but they have chocolate
who gets
even.
paid enough to afford milk?
I know. It's like
I
an
know.
air
They even
fryer.
have chocolate milk, Ryan.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
See, the
Upgrade your-
problem with jelly beans
See,
is
I love that little
We'll take the
break,
segment
too.
as long as you want, Rob, because you're the one with the meeting.
That's amazing. Whenever we got a break, because I got to go to this next one. But I want to hear what Trisha has to say because she has left the studio. She is now half clothed again, as opposed to completely nude, which was just a few moments ago. And
Annie Fry YouTube channel.
what do you have to say?
The problem with jelly beans is they get stuck in your teeth.
That's
and it
exactly
was
the
the
big
gift
problem.
that keeps on giving as
Yep.
far as the burn goes. And I feel like I have a little blister now. That's all.
Josh
you.
says, can't believe Annie didn't do it. And I'm like, do you listen to the show? I've never done any of these things, nor would I.
Oh man, yeah. Now the stomach progression has gone from a warmth to now an upset stomach. I'm starting to feel
progressing.
Yeah, which is saying a lot.
Why don't
for
you
a
take
tiny
one
little
couple more
jelly
in,
bean.
Rob, to your next meeting and just pop some right before you get
We
in there?
also don't know how old the jelly beans.
Oh, I already
were.
looked at the box. The copyright is 2019. It's the first thing I looked at.
These things
Do
are
they
loaded
expire?
with bacteria.
I don't think they expire, but I have heard for products that
It
have
says
a
Best Buy January 8th, 2022. So I actually think these are probably pretty decent.
Just
It could have
missed
been way
it.
worse.
and usually like products that are spicy as it prolongs the spiciness. I'm not a scientist. I just play one on the radio. Gets spicier.
Does it?
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
That's actual candy science. He's quoted.
Ryan, what color did you eat? Like for your first
I don't know.
jelly
I
bean?
just poured a couple out because to me, I was looking at candy and I had to eat candy.
Well, I had 3. I had 3, 4, and 5.
It didn't taste like candy.
And I didn't
No.
cry.
I just love your
My nose is
voice when
running,
you first
though.
start talking.
It
Didn't
wasn't
taste
good
like candy.
I'm still recovering.
I've never seen
I
over
missed
here.
lunch. It was the only thing. That was literally the only piece of food I ate today.
Oh, that's
that burned a hole in your stomach.
Could have had some of my fruit. I offered. Don't spit that water out on my computer. It's brand new. That last one is like on its very last thread. More Annie Fry Show. We come back. Some Ask Me Anything. Hannah's been collecting questions from you on the live chat on the Annie Fry YouTube channel, the Annie Fry Show Facebook page. If you got something you want to know, just go comment right now, and Hannah will get to the best ones in just a minute. Don't go away.
You're listening to The Annie Fry Show. Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Fry Show. Here's 97.1 Insider Hans von Spakovsky.
They would push through bad bills that would actually destroy the economy of this country and our general standard of living.
Where St. Louis comes to talk. 97.1 FM Talk.
So Air Comfort Service at my house this morning, taking care of our water heater situation. These are the people who I call. These are the people who I trust to come into my house and take care of whatever the situation is. The HVAC system, they've done that. The water heater, they've now done that. But also they're taking care of my family and taking care of my home and keeping us in our comfort zone. I trust the people at Air Comfort Service to do a great job, to be respectful, to be in my home and in the basement doing the work that they need to do, because they're good people. They're good quality people, and they have a great culture at Air Comfort Service. If you're looking to have somebody come to your home and do a monthly maintenance check, you can get on their maintenance plan. This is a great way for you to take the worry off of your plate and give it to the people who do this for a living. $15 a month. The 12th month is free if you pay monthly. You can reach out to Air Comfort Service. And also, if you have a bigger project down the line, you can look at their rebate opportunities. They also have great financing options. You can find them online right now at aircomfortservice.com.
30 years ago, in the Brooklyn neighborhood of Crown Heights, a car accident set off 4 days of unrest. 2 people died, hundreds were arrested. I'm Collier Meyerson, and my new show, Love Thy Neighbor, explores what came to be known as the Crown Heights Riot. It's a story about New York's first Black mayor, the rise of Rudy Giuliani, and the Lubavitch Jewish and Caribbean communities sitting at the center of it all. You can listen to new episodes of Love Thy Neighbor every week wherever you listen, or you can binge the entire series exclusively on Odyssey.
So you've decided you need new flooring. Now it's time to choose a flooring company. One with a long history and a great reputation. Edwards Carpet gives you all of that and more. We are locally owned and have been in business in St. Louis since 1939. We have an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau, and flooring is all we do, and our installation is guaranteed. We offer low, all-inclusive pricing, 12 months interest-free financing. We have it all. Hurry in or visit us online at edwardscarpet.com.
Come on down to Edwards Carpet Stores.
Need a break from the sound bites and the talking heads? Do you want information you can actually use? Information that'll change your life for the better? Then listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show. Del will show you how to retire in 2 to 5 years. Your age doesn't matter. Turn off the pundits and turn on the passive income. Tune in to the Del Walmsley Radio Show.
Tune in to the Del Walmsley Show, where the hype ends and the help begins. Weeknights at 7 on 97.1 FM Talk.
When Richard Irvin decided to take on Pritzker for governor, he wasn't following a whim. He was answering a long familiar call to duty. Irvin joined the Army out of high school, served in Desert Storm, decorated for bravery. Surviving a brush with death in a dangerous war zone, Richard dedicated his life to service. because he loves his country and knows how fragile freedom and security are. As a prosecutor, Irvin put thugs behind bars, drug dealers, gangbangers, 1,000 convictions, hired more cops, and cleaned up crime as mayor, balanced budgets, passed property tax relief. When riotous looters came to town, Irvin shut them down. He knows we'll lose the country he fought for if the radical woke mob takes control. Irvin says all lives matter, that schools shouldn't teach kids to be ashamed of their color or country, that we'll take our state back if we have strong, service-minded leadership. And that's Richard Irvin, our next governor, paid for by Irvin for Illinois.
Hi, Jason Bauman here with Three Rivers Waterproofing. We install drain systems, sump pumps. We repair cracks in basement walls. You have a wall that's bowing in, we can repair that. If you have a wall that's sinking, we can repair that. We offer a lifetime warranty that's fully transferable to the next owner at no charge. We're going to fix the problem right the first time and the problem only.
Give us a call at Three Rivers Waterproofing, 636-287-2098 for a free estimate, or find us on the web at threeriverswaterproofing.com. Three Rivers Waterproofing, where we specialize in wet cracks.
DJ, please pick up your phone. I'm on the request line.
This is the Annie Fry Show. Interact with Annie on Facebook.
It's the Milkman.
Annie Fry Show.
Was your appointment with the milkman? Your meeting? Did you have a meeting with the milkman? You know what that means, right? What did he say? Hey, man.
I thought I'd call him Dad. That makes it worse.
Oh, boy. Yeah, thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. He brought vanilla, white, and chocolate milk in for the crew.
I'm going to have some vanilla milk.
And some vanilla milk is actually good.
It
Do you like
is.
vanilla almond milk? I love vanilla almond milk.
Oat
That
milk,
is
too.
so good.
All right, let's get to it.
If you have anything to ask me, just go ahead.
I want the truth.
Say it.
Thank you for your honesty.
You can't handle the truth. And the truth shall set you free.
All right, Hannah, you got the questions?
Yep.
We
first
have some
one-
answers. I don't know if they're the answers.
First one is from Ken from YouTube. Ask, if you could be any animal for one day, what would it be and why?
I think I'd want to be a bird. I think it'd be sweet to fly.
My dog, specifically, because he has it pretty good.
Yeah. Take a lot of naps.
Yes.
What about you, Trisha?
I want to be a bird or a fish that can in the ocean.
Oh, I don't want to be in the ocean with the other fish.
What if you were like a big scary fish?
You'd have to be the biggest, scariest fish.
Sure. So okay, so you're a big.
It's a fish
shark.
eat fish
Great work.
world.
Great white
Right.
shark.
Hannah, what would you be?
Like a cheetah or something?
Something sweet like a cheetah.
I'd be like a
or
cheetah
something.
or
What?
Awesome.
Fast with spots.
Okay.
Brian asked, are you guys too young to have TV trays?
Definitely have TV trays.
I loved TV trays. I don't know why I stopped using them.
We got one that sits on my bed. It's one that sits over your lap when you're in bed. It's the breakfast in bed. It's
Our
fantastic.
TV trays that we got from our wedding, from I don't know if it's weird to say this, from Steve Jankowski, who used to be a Channel 5 reporter, went to college with my dad, and they were great friends in college. And I always remember the TV trays came from Steve Jankowski. They're Steve Jankowski TV trays.
Is that why you said, do you want a Jankowski when I sat down the other day? And I was like, I don't know what this means.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm done with you for today.
Here's
So
a question
just
relating
let it be
to
known.
dinner. How do you guys feel about having a TV on while you're eating dinner with your family? I don't like the TV on at all. No electronics at all when we're having family dinner. And Parker disagrees with me and he wants the TV on.
What does he want to watch? Anything.
Just to have noise.
We will have sports on.
I view it as a must, but it doesn't have to be loud enough to be like discernible, but loud enough to cover up any chewing noises that might be
I
happening.
like the way you think. We will often have like a sport, like if the baseball game is on or the Blues are on or Illinois basketball's on, that'll be on in the background.
We keep something on in the background. I feel like I'm really loud. We keep something on in the background, but I've been trying, like taking off my watch and putting my phone away to not pay attention to it. Like,
TV and watch and stuff is different.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
We eat in a different room than our kids because that is one of the only times where we get quiet time away from them.
That's nice.
So it's the opposite of
your
what I
kids.
should say that I do, which is to spend more time with my family. But that is the time where me and my wife can actually talk. It's really the only time.
Eric on YouTube says, I have 10 TV trays. I don't need 10, but I have them and I use them almost every night. Do you use all of them, Eric?
Just picturing him with them all spread out.
They don't
in
even
front
have a
of him.
table. They just
Like
put 10 TV trays together
over
and
there.
have the family over
That's awesome.
and sit in the family room.
Josh from YouTube asked, favorite movies of all time. I'm glad he put movies instead of movie because that would have been impossible to answer.
Brad, what do you got?
Well, one of them would be A League of Their Own. I really like that movie. Don't ask me why, but I think and I also think John Lovitz is awesome in that movie.
Yeah, he said,
I
hey,
love
cowgirls,
his
you see the
character in
grass? Don't eat it.
that. Yeah. Or just his reaction to Marla Hooch.
I could quote A League of Their Own all day. It's the best.
I also like Captain America: The First Avengers, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And then I have a really good one that I know that I love, and it's just not coming to the top of my head.
I will go. I really like League of Their Own. That's a good one. I really like A Few Good Men. Watch that every time it comes on television. Shawshank Redemption. Watch that every time it comes on television. And the non-television versions are better, but I don't sit down to watch those movies, but they're on all the time. Hope Floats. Top notch. Moulin Rouge.
Right. Good Will Hunting. Field of Dreams. Now and Then. Ferris Bueller. Titanic.
Comedies, Wet Hot American Summer, Billy Madison, thriller/action, Matrix, and Inception.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That's a great movie. It really is.
Happy Gilmore. And I liked Batman Dark Knight.
What's her name? Hudson? Kate Hudson.
Kate.
You kind of have a Kate Hudson thing going on.
Thanks.
Doesn't she?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not a bad thing.
Okay. Next question is for Annie. Are you watching Outlander on Sunday?
It's from Claire Elizabeth Fraser. Okay. Probably not watching it on Sunday. I just got alerted that it was going to be back. I think this morning on Twitter, maybe. I knew it was coming, but I knew it was coming in March, but I forgot that it was March. Like it hit me. Like, whoa, it's March. So I'm probably not going. I will probably rewatch the entire 6th season because it was like, it feels like it was 18 months, 2 years since I watched it last.
It was, wasn't it?
It was
before.
It got delayed for so long. So I think I'm going to go back. Since I can't really remember what happened, I might as well watch the 6th. Because, once you watch, this is the 7th season, right? Once you watch the season, you start going through, you're just going to blaze through them anyway. So I might as well pick up.
What is it on? What streaming service?
I think it's on Stars.
Okay.
But I think the first seasons were on Netflix for people because that's where my husband and I started watching it.
Our question.
Does anybody else? You watch Outlander, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yep. This will be, it looks like this is the 6th season coming out.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
6th.
I'm very excited. The end of the last season.
Don't
was
tell me
kind
because
of-
I never watched it. I didn't watch the last episode at all.
Okay.
But it ended on
Fine.
a cliffhanger.
I mean, it's fine. I'm excited to get back into it.
It's a stressful show.
It is an extremely stressful show. You're saying going back and watching it. I'm like, I just don't know if I can go through this like roller coaster.
Do you watch Outlander? Like
No.
any of you watch Outlander?
No.
Okay. You should. It's good.
I tried.
Tell me the milk tastes funny to you.
Does it? Is it old?
I don't know.
Let's
I
see.
smelled it. Tastes weird though.
Our next question is from our friend Balls. He asked if Ryan
Hey,
was
Balls.
starring in an infomercial, what type of product would he be pushing? Somebody else go first.
Himself.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Just buy time with me.
Wiggins America.
I would, yeah, my book. I would probably be selling one of those sweet katana blades that when you hit it real hard, it breaks and it shoots back at you. You ever seen that viral clip? That's the best. That's one of the best videos on the entire internet. That guy did not expect that sword to shoot back and hit him in the stomach.
Gonna sell a lot of those.
Anybody else have any ideas?
He's selling like encyclopedias or something.
Vaporize.
Things from his garage.
You just spray it on
Just
food and it
his stuff.
disappears.
Yeah, it's just a televised garage sale.
Jeff from YouTube asked Annie, what is keeping you in Illinois?
Family. It's a great place to live too. The government just sucks. We're working on changing that.
Somebody-
4 of us are in Illinois. What keeps you in Illinois, Brad?
Home. It's where I live. It's where I've always lived. It's where I'm always going to live, and they can't have it.
Okay. You too.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Ryan's home.
Yeah.
I mean, family.
Brad's home.
People. Brad, Ryan, Annie.
Yeah, we just lived there because wait, all of you are doing the same thing as me? If we could all move
We
together?
could all move to the same spot. It'd have lower taxes.
Amazing.
Got another one?
Take your time.
Too busy imagining being a cheetah.
Yes.
Michael on
Flying
YouTube
across
says
the
Ryan
savannah.
in a commercial, Charmin.
Wait, am I one of the bears or am I still me?
Reusable Charmin.
Ew, that's gross.
Not okay with it.
Andrew on YouTube says Star Trek or Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Hannah?
Star Wars, but I've never seen either one of those.
Just seemed like the thing.
Yeah. Seems like people really like Star Wars, so I'm gonna say that.
Like, that's a cool thing to do.
Trek.
Yeah, Trek.
Me and Trish are Trekkies.
Mhm.
I don't care.
I got a question.
I watched Star Trek with my dad growing up, and
Same.
I wanted to do that because it let me stay up later with my dad. So I watched The Next Generation, but I have the only attachment after that was that I got to stay up with my dad later than normal and usually fall asleep. And Rush Limbaugh's TV show came on after Star Trek on Channel 11. So I was a Rush baby. So in that essence, Star Trek, the new Star Wars stuff, it's cool, I guess. It doesn't do anything for me.
I get a question. So my question for you guys is, would you rather the world have more Elon Musks or more Jeff Bezoses?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, why would anybody choose Bezos?
I don't know. I mean, they're competing over a lot of the same things. As far as I think Bezos is working on an electric car. Bezos has got a space program.
Has he
Musk
done
has a
anything
space
though?
up.
I mean,
He sent William Shatner to space.
As soon as
Is that
you
what
said
made you think
Elon
of this
Musk, I
question?
was
Well,
like,
William
who could be better
Shatner's-
than that?
very famous Star Wars character. So
Star Trek. Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
I get it. Dang it. I fell right into that trap.
I bet you
got
there's
me.
like 6 other people out there that did too. Never going to listen to the show again. Shouldn't know anything. I couldn't even remember what his name was to say what his character was. But it's Captain Kirk, right?
Yep.
What was his phrase?
To infinity and beyond.
Beam me up, Scotty. I don't know.
What was his phrase? Didn't he have a phrase?
That was it. Beam me up, Scotty, except he never actually said that phrase in the show.
I know. I think I knew that,
Mhm.
which is just mind blowing.
All right.
We're just like,
You got any more you got to ask?
Nope.
Okay, let's take a quick break. Annie, are you okay with Trisha? When we come back, are you prepared for that?
sure.
All right, fantastic. I love the confidence.
Yeah, that'll be what it is.
A little more Friday here on the Annie Fry Show. It is 2:41 right now. You can donate your car to Goodwill and get 2022 Cardinal tickets at mersgoodwill.org. Use promo code Cardinals. We'll be back with Annie. Are you okay? In just a minute. Don't go away.
The Mark Cox Morning Show.
The next celebrity in space is going to be SNL comedian Pete Davidson, who is reportedly going to be joining Jeff Bezos on a Blue Origin space flight later this year.
All right, ladies, what am I missing? His celebrity baffles me.
Weekday mornings 5 to 9.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon for FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the Chicago Bulls, and they're giving all new customers in Illinois a $100 sign-up bonus. That's right, Illinois. This is your chance to score big with FanDuel. Create your FanDuel account online today using the promo code MARK, and on March 5th, you'll start playing with $100 in site credit. Then you can see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook app. Don't want to wait to start betting? Well, you can verify your account online today at FanDuel Sportsbook and Horse Racing in Collinsville. So that's 2 ways to get your $100 Illinois sign-up bonus exclusively on FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the Chicago Bulls. But remember to use the promo code MARK, M-A-R-K, MARK, so they know that I sent you. Get signed up with FanDuel today. Must be 21 plus and present in Illinois. Bonus issued in non-withdrawable site credit that expires 7 days after 3/5/22. Unique user identity verification required. Offer ends on 3/5/22. Terms apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 97.1 FM Talk.
Hi, Chad Hansen with Hansen's Tree Service. Winter is a perfect time to have our certified arborists come out and identify structural weaknesses and broken limbs in your trees. Go to hansenstree.com and find out how we can better service your trees today.
The med spa at the Institute of Natural Health understands how difficult it is to maintain healthy skin and how much this can affect someone's life. With the right combination of treatments and products, they can help you keep your skin looking healthy and more youthful, while also reducing and preventing damage. Take your first step towards healthy skin at the med spa at the Institute of Natural Health. Visit them at inhstl.com or call to schedule at 314-293-8123. That's 314-293-8123.
How about starting the new year off with a new coat of paint from CertaPro Painters? This is Mark Reardon, and I've trusted the experts at CertaPro for a long time now. They've knocked out project after project over the years, and the quality of the work always blows me away. Imagine what a new coat of paint and a new color can do for your home. It's a great time for your vision of color to come to life. Schedule your free estimate today at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. It's a professional, worry-free process, and they deliver what they promise. CertaPro Painters.
Looking to sell your house without all the hassle and pricey repair costs? Great, because Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis loves buying fix-up homes in any condition, as is, no fees and no commissions. Call 314-782-8000, and Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis will give you a cash offer right now. No strings attached. We buy inherited houses, divorce houses, trashed houses, even those my tenant won't pay rent houses. Call Chris at 314-782-8000 and find out how easy it is to work with us. That's 314-782-8000. Do you think your home will be difficult to sell? Easy. Our team will provide you with personal guidance through our short and simple process to turn your house into a pile of gold. Just call Chris at 314-782-8000. 314-782-8000. That's 314-782-8000. And let Chris worry about everything.
You're listening to the Annie Fry Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling Studio. Get your furnace ready for cold weather with a heating system check included with all maintenance plans from Air Comfort Service. Maintenance plans start at $15 per month. For more details, get in your comfort zone at aircomfortservice.com.
If it's bumper to bumper or smooth sailing, Sue Thomas has you covered with dependable traffic. Driven by Ambassador Midwest Floor Company, the best way to deal with in-home traffic. Experience more at Ambassador Midwest Floor. You're listening to The Annie Fry Show. Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Fry Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. Happy to be with you this afternoon. It's beautiful outside. It's starting to be a little less cloudy as well. And any big plans for this weekend, you guys? Enjoying the weather anywhere specifically?
Gosh, I don't think so. I think this is a rare weekend where we don't have soccer practices and games, so we have to deliberately go outside.
60 degrees outside. That's a great temperature.
That's nice.
With the sun.
Amazing.
There's nothing like a warm breeze. It could be warm outside, and then there can be a cool breeze, and it kind of is a buzzkill. But when you get to go out and there's a warm breeze, big difference.
I like it whenever like it could be a little cool outside, but the sun hits you and keeps you warm. Like if you wear like a dark colored jacket or shirt or something, and that just warms you
There's
up.
a drastic difference between being in the sun and the shade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being outside. I'm going to see Tim Allen tonight. I'm very excited about this at the Steeple Theater.
Yeah, I saw that he was in town. That's super cool. Have you ever heard? I've never heard him do stand up.
I've watched a lot of his YouTube stuff. I've watched him give. He's done the commencement speeches for. It was a Michigan University, and I can't remember which one it was. But he's done some like dirty kind of comedy in the past, but he just has a view on life that I think I fully subscribe to. So I told my kids we're going to see Buzz Lightyear tonight.
Are they excited?
They're jealous.
Oh, they're not going. You and your husband are going.
No, I'm not taking my kids.
I was going to say, whoa, wait a minute.
I'm not taking my children to go see Tim
the
Allen.
show. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
But I got to figure out, like, I've looked it up, and I think I know what I have to do to get into the Steeple Theater. Now you have to show either a vaccination card or a PCR test, or I think it said you could do a home test. It said administered by a medical professional. So I got to figure out what we need to do here.
Eddie was at a FedEx yesterday, and he saw someone printing out Vax cards. And he said,
like just bunches of them.
And he said, "Oh, I'm just printing out vaccine cards." And the guy, like, slack jaw, was like, "I'm vaccinated, I swear." And he's like, "I'm just giving you trouble, man."
Wow,
it's interesting that you mentioned. Is the Steeple Theater linked to the St. Louis Blues at all?
The same building.
I mean, are the things the same? Because I got an email from the Blues saying that they're not, like, the organization, right?
He's like sending me around first. Round it. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm panicking. I'm gonna run to the outfield. Run through.
Because
slide.
Well, it wouldn't be for tonight, but effective Sunday, March 6th, the St. Louis Blues will no longer require fans to show proof of vaccination or recent negative COVID-19 test.
Also, the mask mandate is gone. Right?
After this weekend.
It's after the 6th.
Yeah.
I think, which is probably the same.
Yep. I might need to get me some hockey tickets now.
Yeah. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
That'll be interesting. All right. Annie, are you okay? Yeah.
And now it's time to play Is Annie Okay with This?
I'm super okay.
All right. The International Cat Federation bans Russian felines from competitions.
I'm for it.
Easy.
I don't like cats, and I currently don't like the Russian government.
Has banned Russian cats from its international competitions.
Russian cats.
Condemning the invasion of Ukraine as unprecedented acts of aggression.
From the cats?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Federation and International Feline, or FIFI, that's how F-I-F-E, FIFI, a group that considers itself the United Nations of Cat Federations with members from over 40 countries, said in a statement on its website that it, quote, cannot just witness these atrocities and do nothing. So starting this week, no cats bred in Russia can be imported or registered to any FIFI pedigree outside of Russia. I don't even know what these words mean anymore. Are you okay with banning Russian cats?
Yeah. Ban them all.
Ban
Just because they're cats. Ban all cats from the Feline Federation.
I am fine with it. Aside from this, I think it's good, like when you see FIFA soccer making a stand. Like I think that these private entities, going back to what Rob said in the digital get down, Coke's still doing business in Russia. Like when Coke starts saying, no, we're not doing this, or FIFA starts saying, like, soccer's obviously very huge. I think that is going to be so impactful because it's going to speak to the Russian people. And the Russian people are not getting the full story, which we've heard many times. Right now, the lead story is Russia reportedly blocking citizens from social media as war on information intensifies. What Vladimir Putin, what we're seeing him do in Ukraine, and what we brace ourselves for what he might do outside of Ukraine, we're watching this happen. And I'm also I'm skeptical of every single thing that I see, but there's obviously consistency that exists there. Those types of things would make any Russian go, what? Why would they do that? And then you see one business after the next. Now, if a cat doesn't get to participate, that might be the final straw. Might save the world.
Fifi,
go
taking a
Fifi.
stand.
FIFA. FIFO.
So there's a theme in this, Annie, are you okay week? So I could probably guess what you're gonna say, but even wax museums are ditching statues of Putin. A wax statue of Russian President Vladimir Putin is getting the boot from a museum in Paris.
Just put a boot in his butt.
Officials at the Green Museum
wax statue
removed the boot in his statue and his butt this week because of the invasion of Ukraine. The museum director said, quote, current events mean we don't want him here. Sorry, he's a wax.
Wait, let me say this.
We don't want him here, and the staff don't want to walk past him every day.
Okay. The virtue signaling, like, okay, listen. I can't say I've never done it, but if you change your Facebook profile picture to have a pretty frame on it, feels good. You feel like you're doing something, but that can't be where it ends. And everybody does this. I saw Tucker was talking about the lapel pins that everybody was wearing at the State of the Union. There are a lot of people wearing Ukraine lapel pins and no U.S. lapel pins at the State of the Union. I don't think that there's anything wrong with wearing a Ukraine pin or wearing a blue and yellow pocket square or something like that. Like, showing solidarity is good. But unless you're doing something for it, it's just virtue signaling. And there's a lot of that. Meanwhile, can I show you this real quick?
Yeah, please.
This is sent from my brother. And it says, it's a tweet, and I'm just going to retweet it right now. You can see it at Andy Fry Show. It says, sanctions really supposed to stop these abbreviation and it's some Russians. And just explain what you're seeing here.
I see shirtless men and a bear in the background.
Those are men doing some sort of gymnastics
This
on
guy,
a tree
the
branch.
guy is hanging from the tree branch and he's doing leg lifts, like where his legs lifting over the head of the guy standing in front of him who's doing squats, and there's a bear hanging.
Yeah, and it's on snow.
Bouncing the tree.
Yeah.
They're shirtless in the snow.
And the guy who's doing squats has boxing gloves on. Yeah. And he's punching the guy in the stomach after he does the leg lifts. Oh boy.
Yeah, those dudes are ripped.
And the bear is like, this has got to be not real. This bear is just like making it more difficult by bouncing the limb that he's doing the leg lifts hanging from. It's just like hanging out in the background. Russia is not playing around. But the cats.
Those dudes aren't drinking
Those
Coke
Russian
anymore.
cats.
They're out.
These Russian bears are next level.
Russian bear. That is impressive. It's an impressive feat of acrobacy.
Something.
Oh boy, it's been a long week. Okay, so yay or nay on the wax museum putting Putin in the quote warehouse for now. They put him in the shed.
Just make a wax figure of him doing something embarrassing.
Like sticking his butt out.
You sound like my 12-year-old son. What if I showed you my butt? It's like exactly what my son and his friends get together and they're like, what if there was a butt? Yes, do it. It'd be great.
That would cause it.
We
Putin
should
would be
start
like,
a wax
"What did they do to
museum,
me in
and it
France?"
should only have Putin with his butt crack hanging out. People would come to see that. We could give the money. We'd sell tickets. We could send it to Ukraine.
Putin is working on the pipes in the Wax Museum, and you can see his butt crack.
I'm for it.
The
I'm
show
okay
has
with
been
that.
a roller coaster of emotion for me.
She's literally
Yeah.
crying. She's crying. You can tell she's crying because she has a lot of emotions, and they've officially
Finally getting to the
left her
funny
body.
stuff because we had so much sadness.
I don't want to do anymore.
Just start playing the music.
Let's see how long
The
we
song
can
can take
extend
us
the
home.
music. Do you have any more? Is
Do you
that
want me?
it?
I do.
Do you want me to show the radio audience some more tweets,
Yeah, do
videos?
that.
Hey guys, look at
Yeah.
this. This is hilarious. You're not going to believe what I'm showing you on the radio.
Look at these guys. They're ripped.
crazy.
They're
Do you see this here?
exercising.
This is so funny. Look, watch.
They're exercising
Never
with a
seen
bear.
anything like this before. This is the most amazing thing I've ever laid eyes on. Right here, look.
Neat.
Apparently, it's National Employee Appreciation Day.
I could really tell. I felt it today.
Got an email.
Here, is that like a Illinois thing? I mean, if you wanted to, you could listen to the podcast.
Stop about 10 minutes ago.
If you don't, I really get it. The Mark Rudin Show is coming up next, though, so don't go anywhere. More 97.1. We're handing it over to Mark, so don't tune that dial.
So beat the drum with me.
Is your home, business, or church looking tired, chalky, or in need of curb appeal? Go Rhino. Tired of painting year after year? Go Rhino. Our unique 3M ceramic technology is perfect for brick, stucco, aluminum, steel, color lock masonry,